Can I get the link?
I see an advert.
An advert? Oh, whoops, sorry.
Oh wow! Stop monetizing yourself, money. Not allowed. This is forbidden territory you've stepped into.
Let me just run perpetual ad breaks right now, just
Illegal.
at the beginning.
There we go. We're live.
Right, so I'll just hide all the technical difficulties by spamming the play ad button. That'd be great. Go on.
Yeah.
You know you want to.
Yeah,
We're
no,
live, ladies and gentlemen.
we can't see it. What? Okay, they can see it, hopefully.
We're here. I see it.
Okay, so you see the, like, scoreboard in the corner? Is that clear enough? Because
Yeah,
I can always make it bigger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Trying to open it here.
Somebody else subscribe with Twitch Prime immediately. Thank you for that.
Oh, now I found it. I was searching wrong.
Alrighty. Are we ready to go then?
I
So,
suppose.
There we
I
go,
think like the
find it.
thing that's going to take the most time with this is just loading up every car and trying to find them, because it doesn't even have a search function, so I'm going to be scrolling through all these cars to find every single one, so get ready.
Alright.
Performance and... Wait, where the heck is the...
Okay, I had to mute the Google Chrome because I didn't find the... Oh, there's the Twitch mute thing. Whoops.
Just mute the entirety of Google for one stream.
Alright, here
Yes,
we are
in
then.
case you haven't noticed, ladies
Just
and
keep my
gentlemen.
internet healthy and watch the stream in 160p. There we go.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Oh wait, I need to see the cars. I didn't think that through. Right, 480. Keep the internet intact, boys.
Yeah.
Rest in peace already. Welcome everybody to
I mean,
Pain and Misery Simulator 2020.
It's like entirety of automation. This pain simulator.
No,
Do you
we're
achieve
looking at
anything that putting a single fixture in a car and pressing the undo button will result in major pain, no matter what you try to do.
Yeah. I think we can all speak from experience.
Yeah. So the first
Us
one on the
four.
list, we got this 1969 BMW 2002, which may or may not crash the game immediately, so get ready.
Which also
Go.
may or may not be our special guest's car that
Immediately
he
as
put
well.
through. Well, it's alphabetically first.
Yeah, it is just alphabetically sorted. I didn't do anything fancy with this.
That's
So-
what you get for putting the year of
Oh,
your
no,
car
wait.
in the name.
we see.
Oh,
There it
Oh
is.
wow, it loaded.
Yeah, oh, it's really laggy, but it did load, yeah. There's a lot of fixtures going on this one, so makes sense.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So,
So
what I think I'm going to end up doing is just kind of like... Oh, wait, that didn't work. Arrow keys, no, it's WAS and D. Spin around and take a look. And then if you want to see anything interesting, then let me know.
I see a Finnish flag.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most interesting thing you can point out about it.
Immediate,
the Finn would point that out.
immediate 10 on there.
Yes.
Nah, I mean, there is a ton of detail in this.
Mm-hmm.
It looks the part. It's gorgeous. I
It's a
gotta
car,
say.
is what it is. I don't think I can comment on it because it's my own car. But,
I mean, it does look like a car.
it sure is a vehicle with 4 wheels. Give it that.
Yeah, I like your
I think,
new version of it as well, with the wide body.
Oh yes, that's.
Yeah.
I managed to take it a bit further by accident.
Yeah,
I swear.
I think that Rauno Aaltonen was a real Finnish rally driver.
rally
Yeah, I mean,
The
inspired.
name you have on name you have on the car, Rauno Aaltonen.
Yeah.
There's the names
Well,
right
I
there.
mean, it's based off a real car. I
I
mean,
was working off of very pixelated images, so the names are sort of what I think that said.
Close-
It's like
close
guesswork
enough.
in a way, and being foreign names doesn't. But no, I was working off a pixelated image for this car because it is quite old up place. But
Mm-hmm.
best I could do.
I think
Yeah.
you did a magnificent
is it-
job.
Yeah, old pictures working out from them is a bit hard.
Now, is there a particular name for this particular BMW?
Well,
possibly find?
it's a Group 2 car. If you just if you research BMW 2002 Group 2, you'll find this car. It went from 1969 to 73, I believe, and I did the 69 one, which has the early round taillights, because I believe after that they swapped square taillights. So that's how I did within the rules to get it to 1969 by putting.
Yeah, I found it.
There you
I
go.
found it.
There'll be
Okay.
different ones. There'll be ones with arches and stuff, but they really one had those round arches on them, and blue mud flaps with it.
You got it pretty darn close. Here, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
listen to
probably
an
want
arcade.
to
Yeah.
just give it the score real quick. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is I voted for you because it's your car, but you'll just vote for yourself.
Yeah.
Or, yeah,
that-
in other cars. I think,
That's
like,
shockingly
in general,
close.
your models are very hard to top, especially in
Yeah.
detail. So,
It's
This all tens from me.
unfortunately, this showcase is hyper subjective, so get ready for some people to be...
That's downfall for some people, and it depends. Like, you could hate this BMW with all your might, and even if I go closer, you go, it's bad. So it's all down to people's perspectives, I suppose.
Yeah, it definitely is.
so. I'd say 10 on
Overlord, you're the last
accuracy
one
with
on
what
this
you
one.
have. Yeah, with what you have, I'd say 10 on accuracy. What else do we have?
This is
On
gonna be a
complexity, definitely 10. Yeah, I give it all 10s.
Controversial opinion here.
I give it all 10s. I mean,
Okay,
no
okay.
question about that.
We have not been paid by Shinyodd to say that.
No, don't let me fool you.
This stream sponsored by BMW and... Oh, wait.
BMW
no,
Shadow
I'll be happy
Legends.
with that.
Oh, okay, next one, 1970. I'm gonna end up deleting these cars as we go on, so don't
yeah.
be offended.
There's so many cars to go through.
Yeah. Wait, 1970 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. I think I found it.
Now this I did look this up, and it looked pretty close.
It is indeed a car that exists. There's not many photos of it on the internet. I'm friendly with Tievsky, who did this alongside my BMW,
Oh my
obviously two rally
goodness.
cars, and it's quite an intensive one.
Yeah, I have not loaded this one before, and I think you can tell.
Yeah, it'll take a while to load everything into it.
I'm gonna wait a
but it
bit
is
for
indeed
that
a real
to
car.
load up.
1970, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And it competed in, I can't remember the name of the rally, but it's like ridiculously high mileage ones, like 14,000 miles plus type deal. This went over part of part of Mount Everest as well, which is and as far as I'm aware, it did make it to the end of the run, which is most impressive thing, arguably. As much as it didn't finish officially, it did make it to the end point from the start of the rally. So, but that's all this car is now preserved, and the car doesn't exist anymore. And there's only a few photographs of it from the event in 1970 remaining. So,
And
interesting car.
and
Yeah,
the
very
pictures are
interesting.
Black and white.
Yeah, and they're all
Yeah.
black and white. There's one colored one that I know of.
Yeah, I think the person who submitted it gave the picture along
Yes.
with it. Yeah, here it is. I found it. So, I have to say, it's a rather ambitious build, to say the least. Just like with the BMW, and I
Especially
have
not
to say,
having a body that's intact to it, but making a body look as close as possible is definitely
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, very
you know.
very tricky to do.
very close, especially with the rear window pillars.
Ooh, let's go back to
Absolutely.
that.
and with what the creator had, I'd have to say that again, this is a very close, very close replica. I mean, yeah,
Especially from the pictures you had to work with.
yeah, absolutely.
Certainly, yeah.
So this
So-
one also has an interior, lots of detail.
Mhm.
What kind of rating are we giving it? Giving it here?
I'd give another 10 on accuracy, honestly.
How many tens we get today, boys?
Oh boy, very generous day.
I'm gonna give
Another-
a 10 on accuracy, considering what you're working with.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, just
Oh, what happened?
Nice one.
There
Did
is
you
a
screw up my
large one.
my spreadsheet already? Come on. What is
got it.
that, Overlord? Okay.
There we go. Got
You
it.
just gave him a huge 1. It's like, no. Just a big 1. That's it
A
for you.
massive 1. It's terrible. Go away.
I mean, we can
yeah,
we
there
can
we
do
go.
that if the car deserves it.
All right, but
I'm unable to enter my own burst. This is going to plan.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Hold up.
I'm not able
refresh
to
the
enter.
page.
So, yeah, I'll
Refresh.
probably refresh it. Let's see.
Because you should be in the
There
share.
we go. Got it. Refresh and fix it. Yes. Complexity absolutely a 10. Presence. Ooh, 10. That's hard. That's hard to mark down.
Yeah, no, it's not possible.
It's
to mark
just
down.
the ambition is there. So
Mm.
yeah, that's what's more
I mean,
important.
there's the level of ambition, and then there's the execution, which is
Oh, jeez.
perfect.
And the fact we now have two cars so far in the stream, and they all both tens across the board.
Very, very
Oh,
generous
well.
day today.
The replica category is a very, very.
Ouch, that was loud. Thank you for the bits.
I mean,
Okay.
the replicas is going to be very heated competition.
The very
because
vintage racing, like it only has like 4 cars in it in total. And there's like 2 that's marked red.
yeah,
So in general, the replicas have a lot less. So I mean, the fictional is going to be easier to judge in a way because it's like, oh, you're just sort of judging people's ideas of creativity rather than people's accuracy to real things. Because
Mhm.
it's a bit easier to sit and go, well, that's not accurate, or that is accurate, versus,
Yeah.
oh, that's
exactly.
creative. So yeah,
Pretty much.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Flux
no,
is
it's-
trying to find the right Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I found one and it was the
There are a
wrong
there's too
one.
many.
But
there are a couple.
there are a bunch of people that made the same car and then they called it the same thing, so we're gonna be
Yeah.
getting a
God.
bit confused here.
There's
Mm.
another
Uh,
2W, isn't there? I believe another one somewhere.
So for this one, this is an interesting case because it's the Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GT.
Mhm.
There are a lot of them made, and when the person put it in, obviously he put it in for vintage race. But the thing that sets me off is that there's no indication that this is a race car whatsoever, besides the base body, which I know quite a few were used for that purpose, but
Unfortunately, we have had 2 very hard acts to follow up on, so
yeah, exactly.
now
that too.
everybody's gonna get
That
a
too.
1 is basically what I'm saying.
Mm,
No.
yeah.
Just
the car just doesn't look like a race car.
That's my main issue with it. Other
I'll
than
give
that,
props for the for a real. That's pretty decent.
hmm
It's alright, Chip.
it
Oh.
is.
It looks like an Alfa Romeo, yes.
Yes.
But it doesn't look like a race car.
Oh.
Rest
Which-
in peace.
Gonna have to mark points off for that.
And
But
for me,
other
it's
than
used
that-
in race, but it does look like the road variant, to be said.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Good
So
props for the single rearview mirror. That's attention to detail.
Mm.
it is. No, it is. On
Or
the
a
driver's side.
mirroring
Indeed.
mistake.
You're being so cynical about it. I'm sitting here trying to give all the credit in the world, and you're like, "Oh, it's a mistake."
Accurate.
The door handle is in a weird place.
Yeah, I noticed
At least
that.
it's on the
It's-
door.
it's
It
a-
could be
It
worse.
is indeed on the door. That is how you open the door.
It could be worse.
It is a bit low.
It could be floating above the car. You don't know.
You never know.
I mean, I think
So-
it is
But,
time to give the scores.
Yeah, whenever you feel like you have a rating for it, just throw it in.
So in terms
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna-
accuracy, yeah. Oh,
It's a
I
difficult
have the
thing because,
temptation to be generous. I want to be honest. It's
but
actually, I
here's
would
the
give
thing:
them
is
mark
that
to the
it's not a
grill,
race.
mirrors.
I mean, it looks like an Alfa Romeo, but it isn't a race car.
It
the
looks like
thing.
the Giulia Sprint, but it doesn't look like a race car. That's the thing.
It even has a number plate.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And
Well, I mean, mine did too, but it's like a rally car, so you can pass it off. But
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Hopefully you didn't hear that.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
think accuracy to the Alfa Romeo, I will give it. And complexity. The Alfa Romeo itself in real life is a simplistic shape enough. I think they've done a simplistic shape enough to replicate that. So I think I'll
think
I'll
there's
go half and half.
There's still a level of complexity on it. I mean, they got the
I
grill.
think I'll just give it half across the board because it's a body that's close enough to is already simplistic car in real life. It's simplistic car in automation as well, and it's quite a race car. So I wouldn't award it anything over halfway mark regardless. But I think for what they have, what we've been given by the game, it's close enough for what they're gonna achieve. It's just like you say, not a race car. But yeah, I'll give it a solid 5 across the board.
All right. Now I have to find it again to delete it. This
God.
This is gonna be painful for the first leg.
Boys.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm gonna give it.
That was the
I'm gonna
wrong
give it
one.
7 for complexity, and then a 5 for presence.
I'll try to be.
This is when you remove the wrong one, then you regret it, and you have to go and re-add it, and then
Yeah,
yep.
see that's what I'm trying to avoid. The problem is that they're semi-alphabetical, but also kind of not alphabetical because it's been.
It's kind of a mess, yeah.
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 So I generally know where they're going to be, but at the same time, not really.
Yeah, the sorting option in addition to like sort things well.
Datsun 240Z replica. Okay, this is it.
This
I mean-
suffers from the same issue as the last one. It doesn't look the part.
And this is also the sort of thing I fully expected to see in the replicas, because it's like one of the most common replicas in the automation community is very much to make it out, because the body is so similar.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it looks
Both,
looks
actually.
the part.
It looks like a
Those-
Datsun.
It looks
Headlights are
remarkably
sunk
like
in.
Datsun.
It
Yeah.
appears to be.
Square plate.
But again, same problem where it
Not a race car.
What? It's got 2 massive antenna for some reason.
Oh,
Just-
I'm
just
not.
ignore
I'm
that.
not. That's fine by me. I think 10 is that extra point. Extra point.
That is a feature.
I'll give them the taillights though. That's pretty well done. The background, having the background done in black for the taillights.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Actually.
Nice detail.
That's
agree.
good marks from me. Just like you say, not a race car again, but I marks for what it is.
It's also got the indicators right
Yeah.
in front of the taillights, which
Oh, they
I
have a
also
little
give
badge done
credit
as well.
for.
Yeah. See that?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little
I think
attention
that
to detail.
little detail's nice. It's also got Datsun down on the side.
Are
yeah,
the
no, I see.
mirrors in right place? Because I know some Datsuns have them on the fenders.
For this sort of year of one, because they've actually done, because this is more like, I think it was, see the way it works was, Datsun had them there, but the Nissans had them on the fenders. Because Datsun was like a outside of Japan type release thing, really. It was like a it was like a, what's the word, international sort of car, whereas the Nissan ones were Japan only, and they're the only places that really had them on the fenders. So it would have been the Nissan Z432, whatever they called it for Japan, that had them on the fenders, I believe.
Yeah, Fair Lady.
Yes, Fair
Lady's
Lady, that's the one.
Japanese.
That's,
Yeah.
but the actual Datsun one would have had.
Okay.
So it's fairly accurate, but it's just not a race car.
Mm.
That
That's what's sort of painting me. Cause you put it in ultra rare would have been higher mark, but as vintage race, I got a mark for what it is.
Ouch.
yeah, and even then, it's not a rare car. The 240Z. I
It's
mean,
not all,
they're-
no. Well, it depends. If they did like a special edition one, then you marked it because there was
That
some
would-
very
that would be
limited
better.
versions.
Yes,
But a
yes,
standard
yes.
one, not entirely. There was enough production units of them.
Right. But for the base model, there were just too many made.
I'm afraid so. So it only really fits into none of the categories really, but sort of almost this one just had a number circle on it. Maybe like one number on the side would have maybe changed it, but as it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Remove the number plates, add a number, and I would have marked it higher. But as it is at the moment, I'm gonna give it 5 across the board again. It sounds hard, but it's not a race.
I'm gonna.
But it's
I'm
very
gonna-
accurate for what it is. So don't get me wrong. It's very much good. It's a well done replica. It's just not a race car. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's
Dun, dun,
that's the
dun.
thing that gets me.
You gotta follow the class.
Mm.
All right, let me
Now
delete that
it's
thing.
This next car, I don't recognize the name of.
DJ. Okay,
No,
hopefully I
they-
can
they
find
named
this
it
one.
They named it a funky thing, but it's the Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I think it's the Berlinetta. I could be wrong. Isn't
Oh, there it is.
Berlinetta the
DJ 250 GT V12.
Yeah, isn't the Berlinetta the general, the body type? Isn't that what that name is for? Because there were a ton of cars that had
I'm not entirely sure. It's some
Oh, there
special
we go.
name that they throw around for the sake of throwing it around.
Well, I know there
Ooh.
are a ton of cars that have the name.
It's got
Oh,
an octopus in the
yeah.
grill, which is
Immediately, one thing I will say is it's a road car. It's a
yeah,
road car.
seems to be a
Again.
bit of a theme today.
A theme going on here.
I think it looks a lot more race than
It's
the
all
others.
racy natural because it would have been the Ferraris of this age would have been they sold them as production cars as Ferrari was like the luxury race car you could have, but it's a road car. So that's has sort of a racing category shape to it, naturally.
Which is a
because
fair point, absolutely.
yeah.
Fair point.
So
to
it's
make.
sort of more fitting to like the race car idea. It's still not a race car, but it's sort of more leaning towards it. At least it was a road car that was supposed to give you that car being on the roads, and this was our race cars on the track in 1963, whatever this is, and then that's you can now have this on the road.
Yeah.
But if they painted the blue and put a number on it, once again, they would have been accurate to the Ferrari race cars of the time, and it
Yeah.
higher marks. And since that's quite an easy thing to do, just change the color and put like a single fixture on. I don't really see how it's too excusable. So it's like it's really well done. I love the grille on the side.
I like
Wheels
the
fit it
the
Yeah,
fantastic.
that's nicely
wire
done.
rim.
Really
I like
nice.
the choice of the wire rim. While, good grief, words. The wire rim. I
Yeah.
like that choice. It makes perfect sense. But
Yeah, I always have trouble using Chrome in this game, so to see it used nicely is good.
yeah, no, I have a problem using Chrome properly too. But this is a great example of how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got the bumpers, you got the trim on the side. It's good, but it's just excuse me. It still doesn't quite look like a race car.
Yeah.
Which
I'd
is
say
unfortunate.
closer than the last two, but once again, you're right, absolutely.
It looks more
Ooh.
like the part though. It looks better.
Oh, whoops,
So
wrong
I'll
one.
give it.
I'm gonna just give it a 6 across the board. This one, I'm gonna bump it up a tiny bit because at least it is closer to the theme. It's just still not quite a race car, but yeah, I'll get it. I'll bump it up a bit just because it's a really nicely done one.
I'm gonna give it a 7 on the presence because it still has the general presence of a race car. It's better.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're actually moving classes because those two red ones, the body doesn't work in this version of the game,
Correct.
unfortunately.
So we now move on to
Delete.
the
AMX.
unreleased concepts, the AMX3 prototype.
AMX3
Which-
prototype, interesting. We're
I'm
getting
gonna
into my
have a
cars
look.
here. AMX, there it is. Unique
I'm
names
gonna
are
have a
good,
Look at it.
makes it easier to find.
Here it is. All right. I found it.
AMX made. Is this American or French car?
This is American.
Okay. I mean, the
Yeah, this is
French.
from the American Motors Company.
AMC. Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
the AMX always makes me think French tanks.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna
Fair
Google
enough.
the car to have a look at it myself.
Yeah,
let's
I've
see.
already brought it up.
Hmm.
The headlights are accurate.
AMX3, oh, it's got the author's name on the back of it. Interestingly. Now, this is not a car that I recognize, so something that has to be
Oh no, Bizzarini. Bizzarini is the designer.
the designer of the car?
The real life designer, yes.
Oh. Did he actually put his name on the back of every single one of these?
Well, I mean, it was just a concept, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
possible. It's possible.
The
True.
version I'm looking at, the way cut out is if it has like a fold-up spoiler in the place of that. So I'm gonna see if I can find one that has the writing on the back. Oh, it does have a fold-up spoiler. Okay, cool. Have a look and see if I can find one.
Yes, it does. yes, it
There's one there
does.
with the same. Yeah, there is a fold-up spoiler and the lights of the light. I found one without the lights on the rear, which was strange, but I found one with the same light and it looks a little bit more accurate. With that front the bonnet's relatively close. However, little vents behind, like the bits that dig into inside the car. If they were the same color as the body, it would be a little bit closer. As far as I can see on these pictures, they seem to be the same. Actually, I've found a really early image with them as blacks. It's kind of like a weird mix, different versions of the prototype. Because there's one. It seems to have
put his name.
It has the
He did put his name on the back.
It's the front end of one without the taillights and the spoiler, but it has the rear end of the version without spoiler and the taillights. So it's sort of like a weird mix of like different images I'm seeing here, which is it's interesting, cool, nice blend.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
But he did put his name on the back. I'm looking at it. There it is.
Okay, that's an interesting detail.
Yeah. So that's an accurate detail.
Better hope you have a nice name to put on the back of it, because if you have the name like poop, you're not going to write it in the back of your car.
This guy's name is literally just.
Bizzarini was one of those high class car designers.
His name is just.
Bizzarini was a brand at the time.
Basically,
yeah.
Because they were like Maserati rival in like motorsport. As far as I'm aware.
I'm gonna go ahead and change something on the car real quick, and I want to. There we go. That might be hard to see.
Nudge down a bit.
Pizzarini. That improved it, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a 10 out of 10 now.
That's.
No, I cannot unsee that after seeing that now.
That's fair. All right. Score.
So what do you think?
Give it...
Interesting one to score this one. Accuracy, I'm gonna give it. It's actually really close, so I think I'll give it an 8 for accuracy. That's a really nice one.
I'm gonna
Complexity,
give it.
It's very complex, actually.
It is. I'm gonna give it a 9.
It's interesting. I'm gonna give it a 9 for complexity as well. It's actually quite close, surprisingly. So presence, well, a little bit of a presence to it. I feel like the standard automation red lets a little bit. It's like they didn't change the color to be the same color as any of the actual real ones. I know there is red ones, but it's a darker red, and it's like I think I'll just I'll give it an 8 for. So still, that's a very good score indeed.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'd give an 8 on presence as well. It's not bad at all. It's a good replica. I like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
an interesting choice too. I've never heard of that
I
car
agree.
before.
It's definitely out there.
Well, it's actually weird. A genuine Bizzarini car came up on Google Images next to it. There you go. Wow, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
Interestingly, now we're into the modern times here.
Oh boy,
one's a
jumped
2020.
a big era.
Mm.
What is this?
I'm curious myself.
Hard.
Hold on.
Wait. Yeah, interesting name to say there. Is this an actual
to read
vehicle?
it?
Pussaryö GT.
Ariniera, who has, it's like the noise you make when you get punched in the stomach. That's called.
In slow motion.
Arinera Hussaryö GT.
GT.
I might have spelled it
That's
wrong.
like how
That's very
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
I would. I spelled it just like how I would spell it in Finnish.
More like 1,000 accents.
All right. Tell
Very
you
interesting.
what.
Pretty aggressive looking car.
Well, it is in real life. I'll tell you
The
what.
side
it doesn't look
vents
bad.
are. The side vents do not line up.
Let me see. Oh no, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what. It would have been better to use the HyperKit cutouts.
Probably.
Of course,
I think
the front
they
end
are
sits a wee high
used.
for the real car as well. The grill's quite tall on this one.
But where's one with the rear end? I need a picture
Roof
with the rear
scoop
end.
2's a flat. Actually, no, it's close enough.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
get
looks
one a
like
wee bit taller.
they dragged it into the back by using another scoop.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go back to the
So bad.
rear.
Oh, sorry, here. It's got two massive mufflers. I don't know if that's
Yeah, the car has
Oh
quite
my
a
lord.
massive muffler.
To be fair, it
in
does,
real
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Does look
Yeah,
like
no.
it.
Be fair, that it does.
That's interesting. especially for a
Appears so.
I do have a picture here
Concept.
of one that doesn't have it also, so I'm just going to assume he's doing the one with it.
A specific model.
There is no vent between the tail lights in this one.
Oh, yeah,
The one
I
I'm
see
looking
what
at
you mean.
does have it. However, this doesn't have the scoop running down the back. Scoop actually stops or goes down the back, and the vents continue going down. But this one doesn't have the mufflers. So once again, I think this is going to be another case of took different edges and sort of blended different an area how you see GT cars together. Because the one I'm looking at right now, it doesn't have the muffler things. However, the rear end's pretty much spot on besides that, but the roof scoop's then wrong. So it's like once again, it's a weird blend of things. But the wheels are quite close. I'll give them that. The wheels are definitely close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the side skirt's probably one of the best they could achieve.
I'm gonna
I think there's
give.
anything else.
I'm gonna give a 7 on accuracy.
Accuracy.
I'll give it an 8. There's definitely elements from others.
Yeah.
Like there are a couple that I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely has elements from them all. I'll give it an 8 on complexity. They could have used the hyper kit. That would have been useful, in my opinion. But there we go.
Goodbye. Okay, next one, BMW 2002, another one.
TI.
Yes, 1969. Oh wait, that's that one.
This is the funky looking one. I remember this. This is the funky one.
BMW 2002 Ti. There we go.
If I remember correctly, I had a matchbox car of that car.
Oh wow, this is totally different.
Yeah, no, this is a
that
concept.
front end, goodness.
Oh, I recognize this.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
It is
interesting.
huge compared to
It
the
has
other.
a very strange front end life. It pretty much encapsulated
People
the
complain
funkiness
about
close.
people
Yeah.
complain about the size of the grill these days, but this was 78. I
It
mean,
looks like a bat.
That's a monster.
It was only a concept, to be fair, so it didn't actually happen.
mean,
but if it did,
To be honest,
wow.
I usually don't like BMWs, but this is a BMW I like.
In real life or this model of it?
I mean, the both.
Oh, okay.
They've done the rear window correctly. I'll give them big props for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Taillights
That's-
are very interestingly close, actually. That's interesting too.
Yeah, that is. It's remarkably
The one I'm
close.
to have a little sticker on it, which this one appears to. I don't know if there is one with one. I don't seem to see any spoiler one.
Is the garmish on the top?
Yeah,
Of
it
the
is.
back?
It is, yeah.
It is. That's interesting.
I feel like the front bumper, you could use one of the, what is it? Oh, I think it's a diffuser piece that sort of sinks the front end in a little bit, and it maybe would have made the front a little boxy around the bottom lip, which would have made it a bit closer.
Mhm.
And the grille itself was quite round at the edges, where the real car is quite boxy. But aside from that, it's really damn close for what you can get. And the wheels themselves, of course, are quite close too. So there's that as well.
I agree. This is remarkably close to the pictures that I'm seeing.
Obviously, the body restricts a little bit, being a boxy body, and the car itself's quite round. But
Yeah.
for what you're working with, quite close, yeah.
I agree. Yeah. For
Maybe
me,
bring the arches out a tiny bit, if that's even possible.
Oh,
Oh, what? Sorry?
The color is probably a bit too pinkish.
A wee bit
Or-
saturated, perhaps. Yeah, it's a wee bit of a greeniness in some of the photos, but that's all I can really remark about color.
that's all I can really mark off for. I agree, but very, very tiny nitpicks. Very
Yeah.
tiny nitpicks.
Close-
Other than
yeah,
that,
certainly.
that's a really close design.
It is very close, yes.
So I'm gonna give it a 9 on accuracy. I'll give that a 9. Level of complexity.
I think I'll give it a lower on complexity. It's a weird shape, but it's also a very simple shape at the same. It's like a simple shape with some weird bit. So I think I'll mark down a tiny bit in complexity just because it's a simple car. But the presence I'll definitely put high because it's very much got the presence you expect of weird, funky German prototype
I'm gonna give it a
concept.
10 on presence because that's. I mean,
Okay, now we
It's a
now we
BMW.
start now we start to see the differences.
yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, mine's up next. So
Okay,
Ferrari.
I'll vote on yours for you.
yeah,
Wait. Ferrari. Dun dun dun. Okay, there we go. Ferrari Mythos concept.
yes, I went out of the way to find something less well known. I went out of my way.
Oh, convertible.
Yes.
Actually
Mm.
chop the top.
Ooh, that's an interesting car.
Hmm.
Like, I have not ever seen this car before.
Right.
Can't say I
never
have
heard of
either.
it. But yeah, it's. I'll tell you, the hardest part wasn't the letters snapped into the middle.
It does that sometime.
Mm,
Oh well.
when they
I
are
know that.
close enough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so
well.
this is supposed to be apart?
It's supposed to say. It's supposed to actually spell out mythos.
Oh yeah, I see. It's a T and an H.
But
Yeah.
that's.
I mean, it's an
Not the end of the
interesting.
world.
That's an interesting symbol right
Even
there.
like a
Somebody
new
can use that.
numeral. That's amazing.
Yeah. Back over to summary.
But
so,
anyways, it's supposed to say mythos. But other than that,
so you cut out this entire piece and then filled it in with the fixture, from the looks of
Yes,
things.
it
Oh,
was-
okay.
I had difficulty contending with that. But then somebody suggested I use a certain piece, and I managed to get it on there. It's not as. I'd really like those two humps on the back to be rid of, but I just could not find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's an unintentional.
Yeah, it's unintentional. It's
Oh.
just
It's the limitations of automation.
Hmm.
yeah. It's the limitations of the body and the
Mm.
but I still think I did it. I still think I did
It's
okay
good for what
at
you're
it.
given, yeah, most certainly.
Yeah.
I've got to
I
look
did
this one
manage
up
to
now.
get the I forget the dude's name, but the blue F, I got that on there.
Fortnite. There we go.
Oh,
The
Fortnite
car.
reference
no,
on
no,
the
no,
car.
no. But
Oh yeah, I see it now. It seems like this car in real life is a lot narrower in the front than the rear.
That's something the
Yeah.
body will just restrict you on. Also, the nose itself goes quite low, whereas in this one it's quite high because this is a 3.5 body, I think, isn't it? A 355 body is what the one in automation by standard is. So obviously having to work with that to obscure it into this weird concept car that doesn't even exist, it's a challenge. So especially if it's convertible in automation too, because you're
Mhm.
obviously very limited with tools you can do to put inside the body since you've had the cutaway bits to the roof, and you can't put fixtures inside the car properly apart from interior parts. And
Oh
it'd be
yeah,
a
no.
nightmare. So yeah,
I should have
I
been
understand
voting.
that
Yeah.
fully.
Rip. Oh no, I have to vote for your own car. I'll just put 8s and everything. There we go.
Oh, I'll be
I
back
mean,
in a wee moment, lads. I've got a burger here. 2 seconds.
No problem. It's gonna take 5 years to load up the next car, so.
Uber is here. Uber is here.
Holden Coupe. 60.
So I would say I made a difficult choice. And I know I didn't do the best at it, but I'd also know that I did pretty well for what I had.
Oh, there we go. I was worried that the game just broke
I
there.
wasn't expecting 10s across the board, but I was expecting high marks at least. Anyways,
Let me see. Where's F? There we go. Ferrari, Mythos, delete. All right, next one is a Holden. What was that?
that was me screaming.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Are we getting invaded? And the game is also frozen right now.
Subscription.
Thanks for that.
Hey.
Automation, please.
Getting there.
Please come back,
Oh, is automation
please.
giving you problems? Oh wow, that must be a first.
No, it is not. Okay, hold up. Oh
Yeah.
We all
no.
know the pains. We all know the pains. Oh yeah,
Time
you
to
got
crack
the
open a cold one to help
spinning
us in. There you go.
Oh no. Automation not responding. Okay, I'm canceling that. Say goodbye. Well, we'll try that
Rest in
again.
peace, my prince.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay.
I have a feeling we are going to see that a lot.
I think the game is
boy.
going to break at least 10 times throughout this.
Oh, without a doubt.
The problem is that it's been 40 minutes and we've gone through 9 cars. So.
I think we're making good time.
What? 170. Oh, jeez. Oh,
I'd say
man.
so.
Oh, we'll see.
Famous last word.
Oh, people are asking if they clipped my scream, apparently.
I mean, if you want.
We have fun here, don't we?
So far, yeah.
Automation did its job well.
Yeah, no, it's gonna take some time to load back up as it
We
does.
set ourselves up for this, boys.
Hmm.
It's okay, I've got a bird to change myself. It's really fun.
That's all you need.
Living the American dream, boys.
Hmm.
We have 75 people watching loading screen.
75 people?
Yeah.
Sorry, boys,
Good
have a
grief.
few alt accounts.
Good grief.
Oh, there we go.
That's-
Finally.
Healthy
Phew.
chunk.
Every time that it ends up breaking, we're gonna have to reload it like that. So get
That's
ready.
fun.
Mhm.
Assuming you load it up without the launcher, because it loads faster. With...
All right, next one is a Holden Coupe
Yes.
60. There it is.
4 minutes. 4 minutes a car means 11-ish hours.
Oh boy.
Over 2 days? Over now?
That doesn't
Over 2
crashing.
days? Over 2
Great.
days, it's...
Oh no,
And I mean,
please.
we're not,
We're gonna have to DQ at like 90% of these cars to get this done.
there we go. Right, so...
So,
Holden-
this is a Holden. It looks like a...
Holden Coupe 60.
Let's see. Ooh. Oh, I like it. It's a big chunky boy in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen
Yes.
this before.
Huh, that's interesting. They brought out the wheel arches on it.
It looks really good in real life. It's quite a nice looking car.
Oh.
Now, turning our
side
attention to the
exhaust.
automation one. What can I say?
There are side exhausts. Points for accuracy on that.
Interestingly.
It's just missing what is it? I don't even know. It's like a wee plastic strip around the bottom for the kit. Could have been done with bumper bars potentially, as well as the
Also-
headlights have the black outline on them. There's a headlights automation that would give you that as an option, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it is missing the sort of a cutout in the sides.
At the very bottom? Oh, no. I see
Behind the
what you
front
mean, the
arch.
grill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's
grill.
nothing there.
Or the
The
van.
deepening.
The middle between the lights isn't quite indented. I think there probably is grills and automation that sit further in the body, but then the back would still be probably look still a little bit closer if it was indented a little bit more potentially. The mirrors themselves are somewhat the right shape. They're close. They're close enough. I don't know if automation
Yeah.
has anything closer, so I can't really make remarks on that.
Yeah.
Does it have a small spoiler on this one? Because
There
really doesn't have
is,
a left spoiler.
Appears to be just the body.
Oh, I see. There's something on the top over the window. I see that.
Let me see if that's actually a fixture. No,
There
I think that's just the body.
Oh, there. Yeah. The taillights aren't entirely accurate.
They-
There could have been a better... I think there are better choices for that than what was
Those are
used.
quite hard to do, though.
If you took headlights that are that shape, and then you just changed them to red,
Yeah.
it would probably work better.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's
Yeah.
definitely headlights slanted at the sides to work with cars, smooth bodies and whatnot.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
look at further. Zoom out on the back.
Just as a
A little
general.
bit. Yeah, just in general, just zoom out.
Hmm.
I want to look at.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
dark bit on the bottom is not on this car.
The diffuser is not accurate. Not entirely. At least from what I'm seeing.
I
Is
would
the fuel
have.
cap right?
Fuel cap is just a.
So is the-
I would
Just a
have
circle.
used the auto one, the vanilla auto diffuser
Yeah.
on that one.
No, there's a better choice for diffuser there.
Hmm.
So that's unfortunate. But I suppose we should start
It
scoring.
is interesting to me how it's called a concept, but there is an actual prototype of it. Which is like weird
Well,
because then
we
it
didn't
would be a prototype,
disqualify.
but it's type or sorry called a concept. So, like, and it's called a name, but by nature it's actually a prototype. It's strange, but I think a lot of cars do that. So
Yeah, I mean, we weren't gonna be that stingy about
nah,
no
understandable.
production whatsoever. I mean, if there was one or two prototypes, we wouldn't disqualify it for
There's
that reason.
concept stage at some point.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a set.
All right, I'll start
I'm gonna give it
loading up the
7.
next one.
Give 7
Being efficient with
there.
our time, boys.
Gotta be
Alright.
efficient.
There. I think it does have a presence, though.
I think I think I'll put the presence as the lowest personally. I think it's a wee bit. The actual automation body, the standard one, is sort of through a bit, and it makes it look like automation car with just some features on it rather than an actual car replication. So
That's
I think I'll put
that's
presence a bit lower, but the complexity I put one because it is like shape to try and do, and I appreciate the attempt at making something a bit more awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one, McRae. Interesting.
Colin McRae R4.
Ooh, I like that car. It's a very
Uh,
strange thing. Weird cars.
Car designed by Colin McRae.
Yes.
Don't know googling this one. I already know what it's like. There we are.
Yeah,
Yes.
find it. Here it is. Yeah.
McRae R4 2007. Let's load
The
this.
bug
This-
car, essentially.
This funny looking thing.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
This funny
Oh
look-
goodness.
Yeah, see? Funny looking, ain't it?
I mean, he can drive, but design?
Mm.
That's questionable. But the
Yikes.
front looks pretty darn close.
Pretty close. I think the wing's a wee bit big, but let me look at the
Perhaps.
back. Let's see. What's the back on the real car look like?
Making use out of that GT kit.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. Where is the? I'm
See
trying
the
to find the
diffuser in the
picture.
back.
Here it is.
The fuser's close enough. That's quite okay. The mud flaps, which is a wee bit out from the arches, and on this hand, there are pain in bum to position in this game, so that's understandable. Taillights. I can't even find a decent picture of the taillights on here. Where are
I
they?
found it. Where is it? They're all. Oh, here's one. I found one.
Yeah,
And one that
pretty
doesn't have
close.
any tail light. Strange.
Just nothing.
No idea about that. But the feature's
Here,
pretty damn close.
I found a good one here. I'm putting it
Yeah.
in our chat. It's right there. It is.
Thank
Okay,
you.
the emoji spam is starting in the
Ah,
chat
okay.
here. What the heck?
They look more like
No,
stickers.
see, this is we're using coupe body to make like a hatch here. I can understand it to be complicated. I know there is a hatch version of this body, so with what they're working with, the version the diffuser is obviously the photo you sent is quite different because it's just like a L. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
really close, so I'll
No,
go for that
there are
there.
varying versions of it.
Yeah,
but
it's
it looks-
another case of like there could be a mismatch or mishmash like a million different R4s to make one.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and exactly. It's just a mishmash of elements.
It's close enough. Body they have. The only thing
Actually,
I'd
I just saw
really mark it
the-
down for is like slightly off for being a coupe shape. Although I can understand it being difficult to find a hatchback body that would be accurate enough.
I do like the little crossbar, like the little crossbar design.
That's
on the
nice
side.
detail. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
it's
detail.
close to the actual Colin McRae cross, especially on the back as well. See it out of the rear bumper. It's on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give it. You know what? I'll give it a 9. on accuracy. That's pretty darn close for what it is.
It's definitely a high one.
Uh,
Presence, oh, do I give it an 8 or a 9 on it?
hmm.
Because it's very much, it's got a lot of presence. Actually, I'll give it a 9. I'll be generous. I'm feeling
Not
nice.
140. 10, not 140.
I'll give it a 9 on present. I'll give it a 9. High marks.
I accidentally typed a 140 in the presence.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw
yikes.
that.
Okay.
It's 1 to 10.
That's like the presence you have when the car's about to run you over.
Real presence.
That's
It's
more
like a-
presence than like.
It's like when a giant lineman in football is charging down you in a dark alley. He's just charging at you.
Mercedes-AMG Vision GT is the next one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did search this one up as well.
Oh,
Here's a
wow.
car I do not like in real life,
This
but I will
is
be unbiased.
wildly broken. Let's wait for it.
Oh, yeah,
Alright, let's
automation
find
loading
it.
things in.
Yes. Oh, wow. This one is funky. Goodness.
Yeah, no, it is.
A lot
Absolutely.
of pictures make that rare, and it's going to take a while to load that in.
Yep.
Front
Oh,
end
there
will
we
judge
go.
while it's loaded.
Oh, it's
Um,
glowing. The headlights
Judge
are
while
glowing.
it's judge while it's broken.
Oh, there you go. It's loading.
Yeah.
The
Okay. There's
headlights
the.
look very close.
This is a very
Ooh.
strange
Yeah.
shape on this one.
It's also really low. They got that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is pretty
And the
darn
massive
close.
wheels too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
huge.
The massive wheels
looks-
for the usual VG.
Typical concept thing to do.
I mean, be fair.
This
That's
is one of the
way-
best ones I've seen so far. Honestly,
I like the
actually,
nice
I'll be
cutouts on the
honest.
back.
I really like this.
That the back end is absolutely phenomenal. Like that's really really
that-
good work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't even find
That's-
things to nitpick. It's actually just really good.
No, I can't find anything to nitpick either. It's just
The only
Look
thing I
at the
can't see
door
maybe is like
handle.
the spoilers. It's why it's popped up a little bit. Oh, the door handle's like a mental thing.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
just
the door
I mean,
handle.
very oddly in the like below on the door there.
What's the
It
window
is-
look like?
I did check the picture and it really has the door handle on the low.
It doesn't.
very
no,
low.
does. I see it.
Very
I'm
strange.
trying to find a picture of that back window. It does look. Yeah, it's pretty close. I thought they've actually bothered to cover the window in the rear too. There's actually
Yeah,
an
they're-
effort into this. That's
The
actually nuts.
general shape is really close. I mean, I figured it'd be tough to get that sort of
the chassis coming through the car on one side. No. That's like
Yeah.
how skinny they made it in the sides. Not
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
But-
really good.
I really like this.
The only thing I would do to ever so slightly improve it is the same cutting out tool using the on the front. It's the sides to split a little bit more because it seems it's inside the body a tiny bit. Actually,
Yeah, I
no,
see what you
the
mean.
reflections. No, it is the body. If you cut out the wee tiny bit at the bottom, you'd see the splitter.
Yeah.
Because it seems to go through the body ever so slightly. If you cut a bit of body, you'd see the splitter cleanly, and then it'd be you'd have that clean black lip along the bottom for the
Mhm.
whole front. But that's really good. I won't mark it down for that. That's like a really odd thing. So
Hmm.
I thought, yeah, I'm gonna mark that really highly. Actually, that's fantastic. That's really good.
That's
Complexity's
remarkable.
like 10.
I'm gonna give
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna give it
I'm gonna
10
10 all
on
round.
accuracy.
Actually, I'm genuinely gonna give it a 10 all round. That's
I think so too.
I'm really
I am
impressed
going
by
to
that.
as well.
Yep.
It's not even a car I like in life. It's just good. The mirror
It's-
as well, right shape, close as you can anyway.
It's
Nice.
just really. God,
That's
I'm
the
running out of words.
that's the highest
running
ranked
out of
one in
words.
that class so far.
Very well done.
Okay, so that one
I've-
was. Oh, the next one is right here, but so the little tick on the side means it's missing some fixtures, probably because they
Yes.
got updated to the beta. But unfortunately, we're not using the beta yet, so
Right.
there we
But-
go. VRC pickup. So this
Yeah.
one is missing, potentially missing some things. So the tick is just like consider that in your rating.
I mean, he did there were pictures provided, so we can base it off of that.
Yeah, if you're
the
willing to
things that
dig
are
a little
missing.
bit. So Mercedes VRC pickup.
Ooh.
So there's an interesting story behind this one. It's that it's the modular one. they made a car, quotations, that's extremely modular.
So it's a Ute?
It
That's
can
just
be,
weird.
don't
Yeah,
it?
you can like change it to. That's weird.
Yes, it's modular.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing.
Hmm. You can make it a wagon, you can make it a sedan, you can make it a ute, you can make it a
You can make it
convertible.
a full open top. Yeah, that's mad. Thing I'll say, wheels, but off.
Hmm.
They are very Mercedes-esque, but not this Mercedes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is the pickup version.
Find a pickup version in specific to have a look at.
I found one.
There we go.
That is very weird looking car.
It is weird.
The front grille is very strange on the rear thing as well. Actually, like what I said earlier, I found a picture of a convertible one that has the same wheels as this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I take that
So
back.
this is missing the license plate and the sort of plate housing. So keep that in mind.
Oh, just license plate?
They
That's
haven't got
not
a bonnet ornament, do they?
not a big
I
deal.
know
Yes,
there's
they
a
do.
mod.
They do. They do.
Mod for bonnet ornaments? I haven't seen it just.
So here, I got the picture. That's the picture of the rear that I got.
Ah, it's just a bitch of car.
So that's all it's missing. But it's got
Yeah,
the
the
ornament.
license plate is missing.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But
It looks very weird.
Yeah, no, it does. It's also got a
accurate
sunroof.
though. It's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally found a
Uh,
picture of the rear. I said the exhausts are a wee bit more elongated than the real thing, but I don't know if there's anything that shape in automation, so
Just a
Mm.
minor
for what it is, it's
nitpick.
close enough.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the fuel cap was a wee bit lower. That was quite high on this one. The real car seems to be sort of at the half point of the body line.
Hmm. For what it is, it's not too bad.
For the body they're using, it's probably the best you can get out of it, especially with that rear wheel pillar shape is quite vertical on this car, whereas the pickup truck obviously is quite slanted.
yeah.
I can appreciate this body sort of being limited. But
I'm
for
gonna
what they're
give
working
it-
with, seems pretty close.
I'm gonna give it an 8 on accuracy.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same. Complexity, it's relatively simple. I don't do too high for that, but the presence, I'll mark. It's got a presence to it.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark similarly. 8's all round for me. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just
A lot of very
It's
interesting choices for what car to do. Like,
yeah,
a lot of these concepts I
absolutely.
haven't heard of before, so
Well, I mean, it's stiff competition, so you gotta.
you gotta step it up.
Yeah, you do.
All
Absolutely.
right. Oh yeah, there are like 5 million Porsches in this as well, but we'll get to
course there
those
are.
towards the
It's a
end.
Porsche body.
Yeah, no, I've seen like 3 slant note. One of them didn't make it because it couldn't actually import.
Oh.
Period.
Yeah, I think that's a
Oh,
bit.
I
let's
Uh,
look up the
Peugeot.
Peugeot.
This,
Just a
this
bit
is the
later.
car this car I have seen
This is one
before.
of my favorite concept cars. Want another one that has prototype, but
there we go. Yep, this one.
Yeah, look at that.
man, thing. Why not make this? I maybe would like Peugeot a little bit more.
I mean, Peugeot isn't my favorite car brand either.
Definitely not. This car is one I very much. All of Peugeot's cars are really good in there. Have you seen the Peugeot Quasar? I think it's called. It's
Oh, this one
similar.
is NSX
Oh.
body.
NSX. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, that is probably the closest body you can use in automation.
I like how the
I
mirrors
agree.
are way up top. Like, they're completely useless.
The spoilers are way off on it because it's on the top. It's like raised. Real cars are sitting behind the car, and I think there is actually a spoiler you can do that with in this. Well, I don't know.
I think you might be right on that.
Because I believe and it's just got yellow headlights. This one, I don't see one with yellow head. Actually, there is one
I
with
do.
the yellow ball in them, but like the whole light isn't yellow. Oh, actually, no.
It's
Well,
not a.
see one with full yellow. Maybe there is.
Yeah.
Nice attempt at
Peugeot badges and all.
redoing the symbol as well.
They've actually put the splitter on. They have.
That's
There's quite a healthy indent on the real car, which you wouldn't be able to replicate in this too easily. So I'll not mark it down for not having that. What about the front window? Does it go into? They extend it into the body at all? Like the thing,
Show-
because
show
the
me
window
from
seems to.
above.
The glass goes down into it.
I think they've
Ooh,
attempted
it's-
to do that by putting a
I can
piece
see the
here,
attempt. It's just a wee
Yeah.
bit rough.
but
I
not
appreciate
quite
the attempt.
successful.
It's just a wee bit. If you use the cutout tool, you would be able to cut it. At least it would have close.
Yeah.
But you know,
I agree.
I can appreciate the attempt.
That's interesting.
Certainly.
That's not
And
easy
the
to do.
mirrors are in the right place too.
Yeah.
The rear window is black, and you cover that bumper bars to make it silver on the car potentially, and that would have blended the eyes a little bit more. And the rear window is not anything on the real car, so there's nothing really to mark about that.
Let me see the rear. Let me see.
Yeah,
like
the rear, seeing the tail lights and the grille between, it's close enough. It just doesn't wrap around the side of the car like the real car, but I know automation can be funky doing that sometimes, so
Yeah.
it might have been difficult. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure. Is there a cutout between the exhausts as well? That's like probably
Yeah,
the only
go-
other
go
thing I
to the
can
rear.
think of.
This
And it
is the
still has a
exhaust
side
here.
indent on the body too.
Uh,
There is a cutout, but the bottom bit still remains. They haven't cut the whole thing.
Yeah, they
yeah.
didn't cut it.
And the one I'm seeing doesn't have that little vent on it. Don't the one that has a vent on
The
it?
exhaust pipes are accurate. I'll give it that.
Yeah, they just stick out of the body a bit much, but that's not really in their control. It's an automation thing.
Yeah,
They could have used
Hard
a
to
better
change that.
diffuser for that.
I don't seem to see one with that grill though in the rear. I see one with a little bit of bump underneath the car, but I don't see one with the grill.
Oh, here, hang on. I got one for you.
Because I see a number of pictures here and I haven't found one like
Here's the one I found with the front and the
this.
rear.
See?
But no,
Yeah,
I
like
can
the grill.
see.
The grill doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah, there is no real.
From
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
there's a lump in it. It's not a grill.
yeah, that's
no,
pretty interesting.
there's definitely a better choice of diffuser for that. That's tough. I'm gonna have to. That's a point.
Accuracy. I'll. Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a.
When you appreciate the attempt at the window, they have the lights pretty close, and the grill bits are actually done. The lines and the grills front and back are nicely put there. I think the complexity for this is quite high. It's quite a complex body. I'll give that. I'll mark it high just for how difficult it is. And for presence, I think I'll put it down along with accuracy as well. Because once again, it just looks like an NSX with some parts on it, and with the side vent still there
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from that with that body.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen a ton of cars using it in the various showcases over time here.
Yeah.
Especially the JGTC.
There
It
you
just
go.
is one of those bodies that, like, no matter what you do to it, it's always going to look like the car it resembles. That's why bodies with like more morphing and shapes are
Yeah.
easier to make more cars with. Because the moment you make like Bugatti Veyron body, for example, and you don't get that many morphs, no matter what car you make with it, it's always going to look like a Veyron or something. It just
Exactly.
depends. Some cars just have a
Absolutely.
distinctive shape and nothing quite like an NSX. So if you use that body, you kind of sign yourself up for it with those side vents automatically there. But I
Yeah,
believe you can actually adjust those to be like steep, which would probably help. So I don't know.
That's why I tend to do my cars like the Sakura brand. They
Yeah.
are like sort of cars that
Which
are
is-
like
Oh, someone's done
Like
a
the-
Celine Raptor.
Yeah.
like the NRX is.
There's
it's
a body
like
for this one.
Huh.
Ooh, it's yellow.
interesting.
Oh, the headlights are very chunky.
They are. They did get the tail light.
The tail, that's pretty close.
I'd say that's pretty close. Yeah,
It
that
looks like
rear.
they use
The
some
headlights
composite
just
lights.
very. Ooh, it has seen some stuff I should didn't see.
That's a little. The headlights are a little rough.
The Celine TSD is the name of this one. That rear end?
Problem may be that there
Side
isn't
vents.
really headlights.
Like
But you
that.
could, however, get like a circular bumper bar and sort of cut off the edge of it, so it would be the right shape, sort of, if it's covered up. I know the bumper bar would be visible, but you could sort of morph fixtures to cover up the headlights a bit, to sort of make them the right shape. But having headlights exact shape was going to be a difficulty. I say the arches are a bit too wide. Like they're very wide. The front arches especially. The rear one is quite wide in the real car. The front one definitely doesn't be sticking out just that much.
I see what you mean on the front
'Cause
arch.
it's a very chunky boy here. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Very-
no,
yeah,
it
it
is
is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. But
Very good work on the taillights.
no,
I like the side vent. The whole rear itself is actually quite nicely done.
Yeah.
yeah. But the headlights is what offsets me most.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot.
It's quite a simplistic car, honestly. It's weird to say that about a Celine of all cars, but the Celine Raptor was a prototype reason didn't go past prototype stage. It was just, it's like in Hypersport in a way, but it's like less complex. It's one of those hypercar entries that wasn't quite, crazy to be a hypercar.
Yeah.
So it's quite a simplistic shape, and the fact that there's already an automation body for it sort of takes complexity down for me, I think. It's simplistic car body to go for. So I think accuracy I'll put quite high, but complexity I'm going to score somewhat low. But presence I'll put it as well. So yeah, I think
Not bad. Looks like we can actually.
Yeah.
I marked it down basically for wheels. The wheels quite off as well.
Yeah. But
But it's still an 8 out of 10, both presence and accuracy. So no, go wrong.
Next one is going to be a Porsche.
imagine that.
The first of many.
This is going
for
into
us.
ultra rare,
Yes.
Ultra rare 911.
of which the slant nose would be.
Yeah, no,
Not
the
a Porsche.
We're just
slant
going to
nose,
use, let me guess, the old Porsche body.
Oh boy, here
Ah,
Up
the
there.
75.
we go. Let me try and find this one.
Big fan of these cars. Love the slant. It's underappreciated for sure. Weird headlights. In this.
911.
And I'm wondering if we're gonna have the right shape
There we
replica,
go.
or we're gonna use the standard one, because there is a pop-up headlights mod that has the shape. So I'm wondering if they've actually used that, or they use the spare ones.
Yeah.
And
we
oh
shall
my
see.
god, the picture I'm using reference here is for auction for $90,000.
90,000?
90,000. That's nearly 100k.
Expensive cars.
Indeed. Ooh.
Well,
if they've done
ultra
the
rare.
headlights right, that's what I'm most interested to see. They have
Yeah,
got
no,
them
they-
the right shape. That points for me. That is points for me. But... Actually, found
No,
a
I
picture of
agree.
one on BBS rims just like this. I have found the exact image I'm looking for. They have used the
Send it
Porsche
to
rear
me, I wanna see
fixture.
it.
I'll send the one here. The head up on this, but it has the exact
Oh,
same wheels.
I might be messing it up by having intakes on. As there's an intercooler sticking out the back.
Oh,
don't worry about that.
And
That's fine.
the intake pipe is
Oh,
a
yeah.
bit out.
Those are chunky bumper bars, and I think
oh
there's
no,
better
yeah,
fixtures
those
than
are the
that
same
for that.
rims. Those are the same rims, you're right. Huh.
I don't think
Interesting.
stock rims, but hey, it's a replica. They'll mark it hard.
Yeah.
I will say the rear bars, the bit that stick out either side of the number plate, there is actually a fixture for that stick out, and they're supposed to go either side of the number. So if you found that fixture, you could have used that. I think those ones are a bit too.
I mean, they stick out a lot.
It's like a hanger.
Yeah.
It's like a sore thumb. Let's put it
Yeah,
that way.
exactly.
Exhausts are really on, and like the wheels are they're present. The side vents are pretty good. I remember I tried a replica of a slant nose like a long time ago in
Yeah.
automation, and I used the same vents. So I definitely agree. That's a good idea. And they've done
So
the sides of the front bumper that look like lamb's plastic. That's pretty spot on.
Yeah, that's
I really
cool.
like this.
The real stock wheels would be the Fuchs
Yeah.
wheels.
Ooh, those spots on the front. See, the real ones are square ones that are sunk into the body. Those are spot lamps sticking out of the body. I definitely think there's fixed done that job quite
no, there
easily.
is a better one for that, but that's a minor
Just use square
nitpick.
indicators or whatever, and they would work.
I mean, like
Or
the
actually,
sealed beams.
Actually,
beams.
it's my words. I have a different one with similar-esque wheels And it does have those lights sticking out the bumper. Interesting. So ones of them sunk in, ones of them stuck out. So once again, mishmash of different slabs. So there we go. Interesting. The one with the stick out, the one with the key out lamp has different side grill things. So it's a bit of a smash, like a lot of them have been. Won't mark it down at all. Indicators are on the bumper bar really nicely. And yeah, it's pretty close overall. Wouldn't mark it down for cheap. I think it's
a nice looking car.
The ride height would be a bit low. It's like the wheels are only just within the arches, but
I mean,
the
for
back wheels are
nice
just
life,
hanging
too
out.
far off. Mine are
I'm
not
gonna
pick
give
indeed.
accuracy a 9.
I'll do the same.
Honestly, complexity a 10. I'd give it 10 for complexity.
It is very. Yeah, I think I'll give it a 9. It's like it is quite a difficult thing. There's bumper is actually correct, so I'll definitely say that. Last one, presents. I'll give it a 9 as well. I'll give it a 9 across the board.
I'll give it a 9.
Very much. Very close.
No, that's a really well done slant nose, and I know quite a few people were considering this. So
yeah, it's unfortunate that the other one didn't get in.
I have always found that the front is quite hard to work on that body because it is like designed for the pop-up headlights. You have to use pop-up headlights for it.
But I mean, with
and the
doing a replica,
stock automation headlights, the pop-up headlights are a bit.
Oh wow, okay, this is a really long name. It doesn't even fit. 1961 Maserati 5000 GT. Yep, that's it.
Just gonna quickly copy that name. I'm gonna check out what this thing is.
Well, I have never seen one of these before, I can tell you that. Very interesting.
Indeed, interesting.
Oh, and it looks like they made custom fender flares using some
yeah, it's attention to detail.
Some
that
bumper
is attention
pieces.
to detail. I like that.
Like first pictures I get in Google search is like one that is basically like burned down.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like really rough pictures. Often ones are all black and white. So
Yeah.
on color accuracy.
I do think the color is pretty close to one that was used. Yeah. That's not too shabby.
A picture of the rear. Let's see. Oh, the lights are a bit. They stick out quite a lot there.
They do stick out a bit more than I
Bar is gonna be a very difficult one in the rear because it like slants downwards. No,
the exhausts are a good choice though. Exhausts. Good choice on there.
Door handle.
Yeah, I think they could have cut out the bottom to make the exhaust actually come out of somewhere.
The body, obviously the rear side window is gonna be the wrong shape as well, but that's probably a body limitation once again. Oh, they actually have done the dip in the rear bumper.
Yeah, that looks like that rear bumper is like 5 different bumpers.
That rear license plate like holder is a weird shaped rail car, literally a square, like a perfect square. That's so strange. And
interesting.
Here, it's a bit big here, like that's huge. On the rail car, it seems to be quite small and centered. Here it seems to be very big. It's very strange. Never seen that before.
Yeah, that is.
But the sunken taillights sort of. I get where they're going for, but I don't think it really worked. I think if you just didn't use the fixtures to dip it in, it would have still been a bit closer because the air is slightly sunken on the rail car, whereas here it looks like they're really far in the body.
No, they're popping out more than they should.
Which is something you can't avoid, of course, but
The
I think
rear
it would be
end,
better to not
the
do
rear
it.
end sort of looks, it is a bit sad.
He's got a frowny face.
Oh no, it's not a good day.
I was just having a bad time.
Oh, Maserati symbol
They
in the
just learned
grill.
that they've shut all the Gregs in the UK, and now he's sad he can't go out and get his sausage rolls anymore. That grill is very interestingly done. I like it. They've done the Maserati badge very nicely, I must say that.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And the headlights popping out works.
Oh, they even have the vent on the top.
I like the detail here where this kind of swirls up into it. It's kind of cool.
It's not too bad.
The attention to detail is really good. I'm gonna give it like complexity very high on this for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'll give it a 10 complexity on it. Accuracy, I will give it to
I'll give it an
For a
8.
9. Do I do a dice roll? Do I have a dice? No, I don't. I've got a 9.
Got a.
I have a
Um,
D10. Hang on. I have a D10.
We need a virtual D10 now.
I'll
No,
give
I
them
actually have a physical
slightly
one.
down.
I've got a
Hold
bag
on.
of them somewhere.
I
Because
have
the only reason I mark presents down is because it just looks like a Capri still. I know it's not to get body limitations, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have a
agree
set.
on the complexity.
I have my RPG set right next to me.
Just in case.
You never know when
I
you need
do.
a D20.
Yeah, you never know.
I gotta roll
I do
a
have one,
natural 1. Alright.
Actually,
19.
I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 RPG sets right next to me.
Mm.
That is
Never
even
know
more
which one you're gonna
dedication.
need.
1977 Falcon Cobra.
Lucky 13.
Mhm.
This is an interesting car. Not many photos off.
Another
I
Australian
think this will
one?
please our oh no, our resident Aussie. Let's see. Yeah,
There's
there are
definitely
a
not
lot
many
of good
photos
photos.
of there.
There's
One
not
in
a
a
lot of
barn
good
and it shows
photos.
the front and the rear, and that's the best I can find here.
Yeah, where it's sort of dusty.
Covered in dust. Yeah, that's the best photos
Yeah.
I think we're gonna find with the Lucky 13.
Mm.
Interesting.
So let's see how close this one is.
I can't find it. Hold on. Oh wait, Falcon concept? No, that's not it.
Falcon
Different.
Cobra.
Oh no. Oh, there it is. Found
It's
it.
not. Is it that?
All right, I'm curious to see how close this
There.
is.
Of course,
Oh,
there's
sorry.
a body in the game.
There we go. This is it. There we go.
All right.
1977, built in the year 2012. Doesn't matter. But
Those. Wow.
Hmm.
A lot of hmm.
I'm interested in why they've made the inside front lights so small. I haven't seen that much smaller in the real thing, but they're very small here.
Also,
No,
the
I see
front,
what you
the
mean.
front bumper is missing the little lip.
The rear. Is I can get a rear pickup here.
Also, the tail lights are too tall.
No, the tail lights are different. Yeah.
I haven't got the big scoop lead to the windscreen. Oh, just.
Hmm.
oh
This
wow,
is a
it's really
scoop up
yellow.
There.
Okay.
Tail lights is very yellow.
Yeah.
The tail lights are too big. They're very, very thin on this, and they sit
Yeah.
just at the
Yeah.
bottom of the plastic. They're very big here.
And the front bumper is missing the little bottom lip.
Yeah.
Spoiler as well. It's like a park bench.
Blocky.
Yeah.
The spoiler is too
wheels
blocky. I know there's better
themselves-
options for that.
Are completely black. The real car seems to have a steel dish to them with black
Yeah.
spokes, which there are wheels in automation which you can change individually, so that would have been probably a better choice as well.
Those are the rims you could do with the.
Those
Yeah.
are? Okay, well
Yeah.
there you go. You could make the dish steel, and I think there's mod ones that also have like deeper dish to them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it quite commonly. The chrome strip, is it actually chrome in the real thing, or is it black, or is that just like wonky reflections? It's hard to tell
I think
with
it's
these
actually
pictures.
black. I think
I-
it's
It looks
like
just
black to
platinum
I
me.
think
black.
they chromed it, but then you'll look and it's like multiple different.
It looks
pieces.
chrome in game, but in real life, it looks like it's black to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
the trim.
Actually, it's chrome
yeah.
with a black strip in the middle, which there is a bumper bar for. There is
There
a
is.
bumper bar which is
Yeah.
chrome with a black
Oh,
strip in the
they're-
middle, so they could have used that also.
Yeah, they're using badges, which is interesting.
Ah, oh, I don't know why they've done that. That's a weird.
That's a weird choice.
That's where you
Because
definitely
they,
need to use
yeah, they
bumper
can't be
bars.
recolored, so it's just a slate
Yeah.
line all the way down it, which is quite interesting.
It does look like they haven't made any use of any mods. It seems to be like very vanilla stuff here, unless there is mods. and
Yeah,
I'm
I
blind.
agree. It's very vanilla.
What about the window seals?
Window seals?
Window seals?
Window seals. None of us know what that means.
Window trims. Are
Okay,
those
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Those look black.
Yep, there is a trim on the windows. Yep, that's
Yeah.
there.
Those are black. the car on the real car doors should be chrome.
Chrome?
On the real car from pictures I'm looking at, it's hard to tell because the lighting
It is
and
hard
how
to tell, yeah.
goddamn dusty everything is. There's a picture,
Yes.
there's a
We're looking
picture
at
of
the
it
same
here
pictures, I
out in the
swear.
light, and it does have black trim. There's a picture in like daylight.
Hold
It's got
on.
black
I
trim on
need
it,
to.
looks
I
like.
need to. I need to zoom in on this.
If you want to pick, actually, yeah, no, it's definitely
No,
black
okay,
trim. But
so-
there's bits of chrome around. It's like chrome around the outside of black. It's kind
Yes.
of like that strip along the side of the car. It's chrome with black in the middle.
Yeah.
You
And
could have added the trim.
Hmm.
You could have kept the black
Yeah,
and added
it's a bit
the
more
chrome.
I'm not going to mark them down for that because it's like a radiator thing to do in automation. But one thing I will mark them down for is the number plate being inside the bumper, but that's a default automation one fixture.
Yeah.
If
Whoa.
there were use of vanilla, you could have a number plate that sits in front of the bumper.
Well, no, there is an inset for a license plate on the actual car, from what I'm seeing.
Well, from the one I'm looking at right now, broad daylight for a Lucky 13, it has the number plate sitting out in front of the bumper.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just going the only clean picture I've managed to find of a Lucky 13 that isn't in a shed rotting.
I'm gonna.
Does look superb.
I'm gonna give it a 6
Oh.
on accuracy. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Is that the lowest so far? Everything else has been a 7 or more. Oh no, there's a 5s back in the vintage race.
Complexity. I'll give it a
wee bit of a
7.
complex body to go for. I'll give it a 7 as well. Presence I'll mark down for being standard automation body looking.
Yeah.
But but there is stuff on it, so I'll just say
Yeah.
like it exists. It's a car.
It's just.
Attempt.
I gave the 7 because of the yellow.
Attempt appreciated.
Yeah, it's.
1977.
I think there were a lot of strange choices made. Even with going stock vanilla, I mean, like we said on that side trim, you could do the bumper with the
That's a vanilla fixture too.
yeah.
I have used it. I actually used it in the Cyberpunk showcase for the growler.
Yes.
For the neon trim.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Alfa Romeo. Disco Volante.
Volante.
And
This
people
is
are
the new
now
one.
cheering bits and it's making me deaf. Why is that so loud? I appreciate the donations though. Okay.
Disco Volante.
I
know this is the new one.
Google.
Yeah, here it is. I found it.
Oh, this is
So this is a car.
very interesting.
Fun fact. I know. Interesting
That
cars.
looks like a UFO.
I like how they've done wheel cover though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
It's a shame you can't put the trim over the wheel arches in this body. Some people who are absolute legends make it so you can put pictures over the wheel arches, but unfortunately the one seems to be a stock automation body, so of course it wouldn't buy that.
Yeah.
The
It's-
front grille very nicely done, as well as the
Yeah, I
headlights
agree,
are nice
very.
lobby like they should be.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
The wheels in all the pictures I'm seeing are silver. They're black. Is there one with the black wheels? I don't see any.
The one I see there is black with silver trim.
Yeah, I think that might be what they're going for here, because the trim is definitely a lot shinier than the wheel.
Interesting.
There isn't very good rims in automation to use.
Whoa.
They're himself, or obviously gonna be a hard choice you can get for it. I'm just trying to find a picture with black wheels, which I don't seem to find.
That's.
They also be silver.
Taillights are interesting.
Let's see the taillights. If I can get a picture of the rear.
The
Where's the
rear-
picture of the rear?
There's a lot of
I
layering
see.
going on here.
It's a wee bit
Yeah.
awkward with this bodysuit because it's so round, whereas the real car is quite flat for where the lights are. Number plates in the right slot or
Yeah.
area to the exit of the car.
Exhausts are not there where they're supposed to be. Oh wait, there's like two
Well,
different.
that looks like where they're supposed to
There
be.
are two different types of the Disco Volante. The one has the exhaust in the middle in the cutout.
I see that.
Hmm.
There is one.
The one I'm looking at is the same as this. It's just weird that they've done the cutouts either side of it. It looks kind of odd compared to the real car, which doesn't have anything like that. It's just a smooth shape, which
Yeah,
is
it
interesting.
is.
I know the Porsche body or whatever they're using here isn't quite the best for it, but the cutouts aren't there at all, so I'm confused by that decision, especially because the cutouts are actually going through the floor, as you can see, behind the diffuser, which they've used a splitter for a diffuser, which is confusing me a little bit more than it should, because there is a diffuser of this shape. We saw it earlier on a car. I can't remember which one it was. We did see this diffuser on a car earlier, and it is a default fixture, so it's a strange one. Why they use a splitter. So I think the back's a wee bit messy. I think if they just didn't do any cutouts on it and they just put one diffuser on, it would have been a bit cleaner. But the Porsche body's a wee bit limiting because, again, it's always going to look like a big fat bottom to Porsche.
It doesn't look bad, but I agree the rear is messy. I'm going to give it an 8 because of that. Messy rear.
Front is very good. The rear is big.
The front, yeah, it's like a half and half. It's
yeah.
Ooh,
I'm going to give it a 9 on
complexity's
complexity
quite
though, and I'm going to give it an 8 on presence.
Presence, I will. It's a car. There you go.
Well, I can't argue with that.
I mean, yes, 4 wheels, engine. It's got some seats in it. Probably, you just can't see them. You know.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Four wheels and a box.
I mean, Reliant Robin, 3 wheels, still a car.
I've got 2 177s to go through, and there's two. Oh my god, there's 2 131s as well. Jesus, we've got a stacked with originality today, boys.
Yeah, no, those are the ones I was talking about before. That people just make the same car.
I just searched it in Google to try and get pictures of it. And it says here, engine for the 177 is a 7.3 liter Cosworth V12. I didn't know Cosworth has done anything for Aston Martin before, but apparently they have. Right.
Also, the original V12 for Aston Martin is actually made from 2 Ford Mondeo V6s.
True. Big good engines though, mind you.
So, somebody asking about when we're going to be doing Vintage Race. At this point, probably not for the next 5 hours, so get ready. No, I'm exaggerating, but it's probably going to be a while.
How many cars are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
14 and how many minutes are we spending per car? I don't know.
Time.
A lot. A lot. It's okay though. I mean, if we need to turn this into 3, then we'll turn it into 3.
The celebrity Top Gear car Mondeo. Ford Mondeo is godly. I mean, I own a Ford Mondeo. It's a very good car.
Okay.
This is one of the
oh my god,
Aston Martin
caught me off guard.
I mean, 177 has a really big grille.
It really does.
Yeah, it's huge. But this is just one of them. We'll have to find the other one after this. So.
One of the 77.
Yeah, one of the 177s.
I dare say the grille is too big.
I dare say the car with this body, of course, is like a DB9 body, and so the 177 is a big chunky lad, right? He is a thick boy. That's how I'm gonna word him. No, you know, not fat shaming Aston Martin here, but he's a bit of a chunker in real life. But this body's quite skinny, quite of a streamlined type thing. The fat end's nice and thick. I like the fat end. The back end, I'm calling this car fat too much now. It's nice and wide at the back, but the front is as wide as probably you can make this body, and so we're kind of limited in where they can put the wee indented grille. So no matter what you do, it's always going to look a wee bit weird at the front. It looks like a bullet train, but it's just seen a child in the tracks and it's now screaming because it's trying to stop in time. That's the sort of impression I'm getting from this. And
that is very specific
for what you have. But you know, detailed analogy aside,
the headlights are a bit oddly placed.
Yeah, they're really short as well. They're quite long. They go like up the wheel arches in the real car, whereas here they sort of stop before the wheel arch.
They seem a bit small.
It's just you have a massive grille and small headlights. It's a weird contrast. If you had the bigger headlights, maybe the massive grille wouldn't look so screamy and terrified.
Also,
the grille also pokes out a wee bit as well. That's
also the side vents on the front bumper are a bit odd shape.
Hmm.
You could use.
If the headlight was bigger, once again, I think it might mask it a wee bit. But as it is, it's. I don't know if you can get it any more
I
the
guess
right shape.
you could use the one fixture that he has used on the side, flip around.
I think he has he used that one.
No, I think that is a different.
Yeah, he is using a different one. Because it's it bends backwards, that one, to go up the wheel arch. I don't know if that's to do with it just attaching to the body or something like that, but for what it is at the moment, it's.
I will say that
too bad.
that statement about the grill screaming is a very Clarkson statement. I'd just like to say that for
just
the
not
record.
the analogy about the bullet train.
If it didn't have the inner bits, it would look like a whale shark.
It would.
Whale shark.
Whole thing's a whale. The real life car's a whale. This one's just the shark bit of the whale. It's skinny and
It just wants to eat some.
screamy.
Yeah.
The wheel's
Give
like
it-
screamy, but like fat screamy.
I mean, everything's screaming at this point. We also have to look at
Demons
another
are
one of
telling
these,
me
so.
to just stop at this. But the color as well. I don't know if that's an accurate Aston Martin color, but never mind. Scroll down. Yes, it is. Okay, that's sort of the median eve. Taillights look rear end. Don't know. Have an image. There it is. Do you have an image? That's okay. Yeah. It's all right.
Close enough.
It's not
Close
perfect,
enough.
but it's
The wee bottom bit, a little bit of body below the diffuser at the back, and that's like But besides that, if you use the cutting tool, but like small detail, back end's probably the best you're gonna get from a skinny body with with once again a thick cars. The first one 7.7. I'm going to give accuracy 7 there. I'm going to go complexity. Kind of a complex body shape to go for, but also kind of simple. Probably 7.2. Presence. It's definitely got presence, but is it for good reasons? Screaming at a child in the train tracks isn't a good thing. I'm going to give it a 7 all round. Sorry I marked your car down because of my own analogy.
The thing is a land yacht.
Hey, it's fair. It's fair play, man.
177 had a 777 score.
Alright, the boys
Hey,
777.
There you go. Just give it all a 7. Everything.
If the next one's not a 7 all round, I have to quit my job. Jokes on you, no one has a job
I'm
these
just going to
days.
start on that right now.
Please, this has to be a 7 all round. Whoever made this next car, else I'm going to have to go homeless.
It's got to be
Okay.
objectively worse than
Relying
the
on
last
you
one.
to have made something that's kind of good, but has flaws,
Mediocre.
okay?
Okay, so this is the one we just looked at. Let's delete that. And then the other one.
That's the wheel shark one.
Okay, please exist. Okay. Ah,
Please exist. I'm doing a
It-
good
it
job.
does
at that
indeed
currently, and I kind
exist.
of wish I wasn't.
Mm.
There's
Let's
Aston Martin 177.
this one is
Oh,
silver. Oh, wow.
here we
Okay,
go.
a different take on the same thing. There's something we haven't done yet.
Oh, this one looks like a car. Let's see. Let's get some seeing images
This
up
one
again.
is a better done job
No.
already.
You think so? Oh, wow. Oh, no.
the back end's like, do you know like the the American version of the Mitsubishi Eclipse? It's like that. Okay. Oh, the indents are made out of lipstick tubes, and then we have the headlights are closer, for sure. The grill's the right shape, certainly. The
Yeah.
mirrors,
The headlights are closer, but the rest of
the rear
car
end
is
just
a bit-
the rear end just throws me off a bit. It's that envision of like like Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, where like the yellow Eclipse just pulls up over the hill, and you go, and for the first time as a kid, you scream in fear because you see this awful Americanized version of the Mitsubishi Eclipse with this massive round bottom, and you're stuck thinking, right, where did Mitsubishi go wrong? And it's sort of what this is giving me reminiscent memories of, and it's giving me childhood PTSD.
Oh.
I'll give you points for the exhaust being there and the diffuser. Sort of, you give your best, but the fact that you've chosen the car with Kim Kardashian's bottom is throwing off just a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's unavoidable.
Oh, that you
Oh,
know,
boy.
I really can't.
That's the best analogy I can give this car, honestly. It's great. It's good color.
I'm not gonna argue.
I mean, the silver
That's
makes it
fact.
easier to see the jank. That's about it.
The Aston.
That's
Someone
facts.
said it.
Honestly, I think I will give it 7 all round. Honestly.
Is this one a solid?
This is a 7 all
seven.
I think
Yeah,
it is. It
I think we
actually
can
is.
all just put 7.
Oh no.
Thing is-
That's gonna stand out on the scoreboard.
Oh.
But there is logic behind this because
Is there?
No.
believe
Anything
me,
I've said
there
this stream
is.
so far has any logic applied to it?
I mean,
So-
it's only been an hour and a half, and we're breaking down already. Okay.
Yeah.
By the end of this, I'm going to become like the next Jeremy Clarkson, just you wait. De Tomaso Mangusta, a car I very much like, so whoever has either done this well or butchered it, please don't butcher it. It'll be... I like it, you know.
Yes.
The ultimate flex is if I ask for your .car file, you know.
Yeah, there you go. You can brag.
That's the ultimate flex. if you manage to impress me enough that I ask for your .car file, you've made it in life.
All right, there it is.
That's
I
fair.
have a nice reference image up here, and we can see what it's.
I need a reference. Hold on.
Oh, well, this one doesn't seem to be too out there, which is a good sign.
There is or isn't. Oh, I see a De Tomaso body being used. Right, so we have the headlights. They look like, yeah, close enough.
I mean,
yeah.
they look like headlights.
They look close
They
enough.
sure do.
Let me tell you.
The mirrors in the right place. Okay, nice. The grill.
The grill
probably
is in the
closest
right
You
spot.
can get. Well, on the front of the car. Oh, the back
Oh,
is
goodness.
ooh, and they've actually got the color right too. I'll give them that too. There's a nice green in there. Perhaps move those vents a tiny bit up. That's like a small nitpick. The
Interesting
wheels
door
themselves
handles.
are probably going to be quite hard to get, so I won't mark them really down for wheels because
There-
automation wheels are a bit crap. That's the best way of putting it. There's the
There is-
indicators nicely done. The badge is there. There's I would have benefited from some chrome trim, I think, around the windows.
I agree.
Also, there is no vents behind the.
No vents behind the rear side windows either. That's,
Yeah.
I was going to point that out too. Yeah. The rear arches they've been pulled out a little bit, maybe a tiny bit more, but not really a big deal. It's a very awkward body shape. On obviously you're using one, and this is another automation body that's like right. No matter what you make with it, it's always going to look like a Pantera. But at least in
Yeah.
this case, it is a De Tomaso, so it sort of kind of almost works, you know. I see rear end
lends.
pictures. I can't remember the rear end. There it is. So those taillights are they're a wee bit off from what I'm seeing here, unless there's different taillights.
Different.
diffuser-
This
the
one's supposed to be a
diffuser gets me.
72.
Let's see the rear.
The
Yeah, the
diffuser gets
exhausts are close enough. I think if you aligned them to body, you can get them to poke upwards. It would have helped a wee bit. And also the trim itself seems to be chrome in the real thing, unless there is a plastic one somewhere and I'm missing it.
Mhm.
So
Um,
unless this might not be the one that you're looking at, but have a look at this.
See?
That sort of cut
Cool.
those cutouts.
Oh, I see that. I don't think all of them have that. The one I'm looking at
Okay.
doesn't seem to have it, but the taillights are a little bit off in that regard, and they do have a split in the middle of the grill in the back. There's a little split down the middle, and like I say, the wee
Yeah.
vents in the rear windows need to be a wee bit higher up potentially.
Oh
But-
no, I found one that you're looking at. Okay, that looks a lot closer.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
yeah.
That
There
seems to
you
be what
go.
they replicated. But yeah,
Okay.
you see the way you made the chrome
That looks
trim.
a lot better.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
at that as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the
Mm.
plastic in this car, including the exhaust as well, a lot of the plastic textures could be changed to chrome and it would be better. Taillights are going to be an awkward one to find a shape for, but once again, headlights, change the material off them, spot on.
Yeah.
For what it is though with the De Tomaso body, I understand it's a difficult car shape to do with a car shape that you can't do much with.
I'd
um,
honestly give it a 9. For the one that they chose, I'd give it a 9 on
So
accuracy.
yeah, I think I'll go 8 on accuracy.
That is
I think for
surprisingly close.
complexity, I will also give it an 8 because it's a difficult one, and for presence,
I agree.
I will also give it an 8, just because the rear taillight sort of send me off a little bit, but it's still very much still
That's a
very
fair point.
Manguista
Yeah,
at the
that's a
front.
fair point.
It's just the taillights are a little bit funky for me. If it had slightly closer ones, I could forgive it for other things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
We're now getting
But yeah,
into
it's pretty
two
good.
Fiats.
Now into
Fiat.
the 131 Abarth, so not a car I like very much.
Number 1 and number 2.
How much do you want to bet that they're using the Ford Escort body for this? I'm willing to bet they're using the Ford Escort body.
Fiat.
The problem, the
Oh, wait.
Ford Escort body is like I know I made this analogy a lot this stream where it's like, cars that are shapes you can't really do much with, they'll always look like the original
Yeah.
car. The Escort is like the biggest culprit for this. You can make anything with that body. It's such a nice thing to have a boxy-ish sort of like 70s, early 80s like sedan type shape, but it's always going to look like an Escort, just because like the mold and stuff you can do with it's all it doesn't really change the shape of it much. So I think if you use it for 131, oh my god, it's a body. I called it, boys.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
Wow, that is.
But it is like the best body shape to choose. It's just always going to look like one. But we'll just for what it is.
I mean, it's got off-road tires.
Got the letters.
Has red outlines on the headlights. Not sure if I'm too keen on that. So this should probably be black, so it blends in with the grille behind it. The V8 lettering, very nicely.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
They got the off-center vent on the top. They got that.
I'm assuming they're making one without the arches, so I'm gonna find a reference picture for one without the arches. But the Abarth one's the one with the arches. Without the arches isn't an Abarth. So if they are doing Abarth one like they've called it, you need to have a wide body on it.
Yeah, no, it is.
I think it's might have been one with a wide body, but if you see how the wheels are sticking out,
it hasn't loaded in properly.
Yeah, it might have
wheels
broken.
are sticking up.
We can.
Okay. Still try and pull them out.
Yeah.
You can try.
Just give
That's
it
a good point.
Oh wow, okay, that's maybe a bit too much.
I'm not taking points off though. That's
probably about where it was at. I don't know.
I agree.
Something like
I'm not
that.
gonna take points off for that.
No, I won't take parts off the wide body. It seems to be a bit bugged out just.
Yeah, it didn't load in properly.
Standard 131 didn't have a body, and I thought that's what it was, but the Barth one is they're trying to replicate. The off-center scoop is pretty good as detail.
Yeah, I agree.
Indicators above the arch is very strange in the real car, and they've done that here too, which is great. And they haven't quite done the little. Actually, no, never mind. They don't all have that. Okay, that's fine.
There's a lot of good detail on this.
The wee front chin is kind of annoying. It doesn't wrap around the side.
Oh yeah, that's a bit awkward.
It doesn't have the bit smaller rear wing on top of the rear window.
Oh yeah, but that has there is actually that would do that really nicely too. I think maybe a wee bit of a missed opportunity. Let's see the rear again. See, once again, here comes Escort syndrome on the rear. It's going to be rounded like an Escort and flat.
Yeah, not much you can do.
Escort syndrome is now officially labelled. You know,
not yet at least.
Go read up on the NHS website if you're in the UK or wherever you are in the world.
It's
the tail lights. I think are they different? I believe there's different tail lights for the 131 because the one I'm looking at is not accurate, but I believe there is. The pictures I'm seeing
got
different tail lights.
3 is like a.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3.
segmented?
That seems to be 2 segments there. The one I'm seeing 3
Yeah.
too. Red, then yellow. Of them on the Barth one anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the standard one, I'm not entirely sure if the tails are different. Actually, there's a standard one. Can I get a picture of the back? See if they've done the stuff. Oh, even the standard one has the 3. Okay, well, I just think it's not too accurate then. None of it slots there, but there's no number there.
I found a different one.
Send it.
Hold on. That is a model car, but.
Oh, so it's a model of a model.
One we might be able to take something away from it.
Modelception.
That is a 131 stock. I mean, those are
yeah,
more
no.
like
Standard 131. Yeah.
But I
That would have
know
been a early one.
I know one Abarth that has those because I have seen one in Finland.
I found another. Actually, what? Is that even a 131?
Those are more like Lada style rear lights. I mean, Lada is a copy of that.
Pretty much, yes. So I think I didn't even comment on the wheels either. I'm not entirely sure if that's like any good or not.
There are a lot of rims. There are a lot of rims that I'm seeing
and they're all a bit rubbish whenever you like the automation wheels, so I'm restrictive. It's just to get something accurate. But, I think for this one, in terms of accuracy, the little bits that irk me about it, I think I'll just middle ground. I think for complexity, it's a wee bit of a complex body to do, considering you're trying to do a square body, so I'll mark that up. And for presence, I think I'm going to leave it same as accuracy and presence scores are quite similar because like you're trying to get it as accurate as possible, and like the presence is sort of like how outstanding it is as accurate. So it's you kind of give us similar scores. I never divert offwards, but I can always appreciate something being complex or not.
Oh, jeez, what was that?
What happened?
Nothing. Somebody notification. I don't know.
Someone
Someone
subscribed and it
subscribed.
just murdered your ears.
Pretty much, yeah. No,
there
it,
you
it
go.
didn't show up, so
Default
it's like.
Streamlabs subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I changed it, but it just kind of doesn't want to change.
Someone in
Yeah,
chat says they
131.
understand about 50% of what I say. That's like more than most people.
I'm gonna blame that on the robotic Discord filter.
Yeah, it sounds terrible for Discord.
It's okay.
Fiat
but
131 Abarth. Number
there's
2.
another one. Oh yeah, this. Wait.
Number 2.
Yeah, this is number 2 here. Okay, now it happened again. Oh well, it might be broken. You'll just be listening to that for the rest of the stream now. There we go, this is the one. Delete, and then go back. Well, I think we'll be able to get through the non-realistic ones a little bit quicker, because there's no relating it to actual cars.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
a
have to
fair
Google the pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, here's the other one.
Oh, I forgot we have another one.
Same deal,
Oh, it's a
only
blue
in
one.
blue.
It is a blue.
It is a blue one indeed. Oh, he's got the roof spoiler.
This
Yeah.
one is
Yes,
lower.
it does. There it is.
The wheels are quite close as well. My car. Ooh. And once again, you escort body.
Yeah,
No,
no.
yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Once again, no arches. But this time it's actually meant to have no arches, which is
Yeah, not supposed to
for
have
the
them.
Barth. It is in the Barth one they're doing, so that's points off because all the Barth one has arches.
Same deal on the back end, same lettering.
Oh, the
They got the
taillights.
3. They got the 3 taillights.
Just a wee bit from the top of the
I
boot.
like
Let's-
the, I
let
like
me
the
see if I can get the
tiny
rear.
little. You see the tiny little vents on that back? See the tiny. They're
really,
tiny.
really tiny vents. That is.
Those are like I think those are meant to be like the bits where the rear bumper would go. It's like the bumper.
I think you're right.
Hmm.
when the
Boiler's
bumper
quite
takes
close actually. That's a wee bit far down, but other than that, I mean, and they're also sticking an indent in the real thing. If you like a little groove behind it and filled it in, you could have slightly indented and further. That'd be quite quick.
Yeah.
The wee side there is quite nice. Indicator's
I
still in
dare
the
say,
right place.
I think this is a better one. I think this is a better replica.
The mirrors seem. Are they any good? I see a lot of times I've seen have like round mirrors that has square ones. Does
I'm seeing
I don't
a
see
lot
any
of
square
mirror
mirrors.
variation.
Oh, I found one with square. No, that's okay. No, that looks really close to this one I'm looking at. It has the same wheels. Wheels are very close on this one actually.
Yeah.
Fair play.
They went
They
with
got
red
the roof.
lugs.
Well,
They got the
again, it
roof
just has
scoop.
those same lights, but are like sticking. You can see them sticking out. If you made the grille of a grey background rather than be like transparent,
Plastic.
if you made it
Oh.
plastic, I think it would have been that's better.
But that's
Essentially.
still pretty.
Still
lot
pretty
closer.
good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just straight up transparent.
That is better one than the one before.
I'm gonna give that a 9. There's a lot of interesting. 9 on complexity. They got the little bumper indents where you'd put it.
Presents,
Props
yeah,
for
I'll
that.
work that up.
I'll give it an 8.
I'll give it the same complexity as the last car, just because it's the same body, same idea.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I think this next one is an interesting one. Grey Dort Touring?
Is that just a misspell,
Never.
or is that an actual thing?
To Google!
Dun da da da.
It- Oh, lordy lord, it's a very old car.
yeah! Now I remember this.
1920, 1917.
Oh jeez.
It's not a car I have
Yeah.
much expertise on, must be said.
No, this is 19.
Grey.
This is.
This is like
1917. Car's over 100 years old, boys.
100-year-old
Judge it fairly.
car.
It says 1946.
from the era between the world wars.
Yes, yes.
Actually, it would have been released during World War One.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
on to 1918.
This is
Would've been
probably going to
the
be
airport ended.
the oldest car.
Yeah.
If it comes with like an unexploded shell, don't touch it.
Goodness.
Okay, so
The wheels. There are some
Wagon
that
wheels?
there are some wheels that are replicating those wooden wheels from that era.
You know, I think you can make those a wood texture. I think.
Wood? Oh, well, you can paint them
think.
a wooden color.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me just quickly.
Also, there
Oh no,
is,
well, you could paint them leather and then just kind of like make your own brown.
Oh no, okay.
So there isn't
So,
a
yeah.
straight up wood, and I've also just magically colored them red now instead of steel. So sorry about that, everybody. Sorry.
Well,
just
we
say.
know they were steel. Well, okay, so you can't make them wood, so I won't take points off.
but there is one mod fixture for the wheels that is like that style of rims.
Believe so.
Okay.
I think Gizmo did a bunch of pre-war mod fixtures for the game.
Other than that, it's pretty close. Surprisingly.
Oh, it
See, the
has
thing
no
about cars from this era is this could be a
taillights.
replica of 50 different ones, and it would probably be accurate to all of them.
Yeah.
That's also a fair point.
Rear end, I can't comment on. It's just a car.
Yeah, it's just the most basic.
Debatable.
I have
it's
comments
a
on the rear
vehicle of age. Vehicle of age. It's like you're trying not to offend it.
Please, it is sensitive,
you're a
okay?
person of age.
This one has been in the old age home for a while now.
I do have a comment on the rear end.
This is
Spare
why we're all
wheel.
staying indoors to see if such vehicles as that.
The
Spare
rear end
wheel.
should have, a spare wheel. There should
Yeah,
be one
spare
on the
wheel.
rear end.
I did see it too, but I don't think there is really a fixture for that.
Not
I
something
think-
skinny.
You don't really? I thought there was.
There is, but it is enclosed. The one spare wheel
Ah.
that should be is like a bear. That should be on the car. There isn't a fixture like that.
Oh no, I do see taillights. I see small taillights. Now that I'm looking.
On a real one?
But they're not on all of them.
I mean, it probably wasn't a requirement back in these days.
No. Small. Very small.
Smaller.
Here, this is the one I'm looking at. Here, I'll put it here. This is the one I'm having a look at. See that small rear taillight there?
Yes, there is one tail light.
But
All you need.
Yeah, it's probably
But
good enough.
yeah,
White walls would have been nice, but
I
mean-
agree, white walls would have been nice. There is a white wall mod.
yeah, but it comes
know
with
that.
specific wheels, so.
Yeah. I really can't take a lot of points off. It's fairly accurate, but then again, there were a lot of cars that looks like this.
McLaren F1 coming up next, so we're going from a significant
put-
age gap here.
My complexity for that car quite low, just because the body is basically pre-built for you in that case.
yeah.
It's essentially
that's
old
a fair
car
point.
default. So I complexity don't, but it looks good and it is accurate. So
Yeah, you don't have to do much with that one.
I agree.
Basically a
Fair point.
replica out of the box.
now McLaren F1, how are you using the Caspita body? Probably are, which is would probably be the best choice, honestly. I tried making one of these myself a long time ago, and this was like well over a year ago. The really old fixtures, so it'd be interesting if someone else has done it. Because I've had my go at it before, and it's a wee bit difficult.
Also, does it have the tail lights?
Overlord, you're still grading that last one?
No, I graded it.
Oh, okay, it just did an update for me. On to McLaren F1. Interesting body
Oh,
choice
it's
on this.
using the modern McLaren ball.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
don't know
choice.
about that. The front end looks,
Oh my god, it's the happiest little
Yeah.
fish.
it is so happy to be here
Nemo, what
today.
did they do to you?
It is very happy to be here today.
First day of school,
Also,
boys.
the tail lights are not Hella tail lights. There is Hella tail lights in automation. You should use always the Hella tail lights if you are making on McLaren F1.
This...
There is the real fixture for them.
it's choosing that rounded body again to do a flat end. It's just sends the taillights quite off, you know what I mean? And this is the one body can benefit from taillights that look visibly sticking out of the body, as well as the vent in the middle of the taillights, transparent, segmented. So you could add a vent on top of the vent to improve that. But the are close-ish, and the vents above us are pretty much spot on.
Yeah, they do have the.
And they did split the rear window too, and put the vents in the split.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Flux.
The rear end is pretty close. I mean, they have the cutouts, they have the exhaust. I mean, we comment on the rounded end. I mean, it's an odd choice for body, but for what they have.
It's like you can't make the rear end not rounded on this body, but that does mean you could have just used another body, which there is options for. So it's kind of like an if but situation with that one.
Flux, check the taillight fixture on the category.
I think
taillight
they're
fixture?
like default automation round ones.
Oh, okay, hold up.
With an outline.
Taillights and
It's these ones.
Hold on.
After I screw
Yeah,
up
it's
the
default round.
those are not the Hella taillights. There are the proper Hella taillights in automation that the McLaren uses.
Yeah.
Oh, I just broke it. Oh no, it's fixed now.
Other than
Scroll down the list a bit for the
what?
taillights.
Taillights?
yeah, go back to the taillight.
There are the ones that are the Pac-Man taillights.
The Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Like this?
Oh, I see what you did.
Not sure what you're...
Yes,
there you go.
The Pac-Mans. Those are the ones that the real F1 uses.
Oh, yeah.
Salem uses them too. The S7.
That's a fair nitpick,
Yeah.
I guess. That's a
Yeah,
fair
I
one.
mean, it adds a bit more detail
If
to
you have
them.
the real fixtures, use them.
That's a fair nitpick. Other
Watch
than
me
that,
delete parts of the car here. Don't worry about it. I'm just
But
destroying
like I
your
said,
creation.
I think the better body choice would have been to put these fixtures same place on the Caspita body because it's pretty much the same shape as the F1.
Yeah.
And that's why I'd used for mine a long time ago, and it worked out pretty nicely. But I definitely would recommend that over a modern body. Once again, it's going to look like a more no matter what you do when you use a modern body. So
yeah,
keep in mind for making the car on it.
They did get that side vent.
Those are a nightmare.
They did get that side vent, but it's not horrible. Absolutely not. It's not bad.
They're there.
So what do you give this one? I see a couple of 8s and 9s in there already.
Mclaren F1 accuracy. I will.
Presence. I'm gonna give that.
The headlights nightmares. You have to put it down a tiny bit. Complexity is relatively complex, but it's on the wrong body. Presence. I'll give it the same as the accuracy. Hopefully, Nemo can return his dad someday. Judging by the front end, he doesn't feel comfortable being the modern.
Just a little bit too pleased to be here today.
Now we got a mark.
Mercedes, 2 in a row. And then on to more Porsches. McLaren F1. Goodbye. Alright, Mercedes-Benz.
600 pulling. Oh, here's a man. Mighty pulling. Let's see. It's the tank. Oh my god.
It's a tank.
This is the...
Well, there is a body.
It's a dictator. It's a
Mercedes
dictator.
Benz,
this is the
600.
dictator limo.
Dictator limo. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I think Saddam had one. Or
There's
two.
a model of this exact Pullman for sale for only €700. I think there's better ways to spend €100 than a model of German Obama, essentially.
Wait, then. Where is this one? Disappeared.
Yeah, I think Saddam had one.
Eventually.
I love the car and that games list. They're just balls based.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Merc 600. There it is.
It's the dictatorship limo, Saddam Hussein, Fidel Castro, yes.
Oh wow, okay. Full on limo.
Yeah, I remember correctly. Saddam did have one, and also
Oh yeah, Jeremy got what Clarkson got one for that particular
Yeah.
episode.
yeah, the Top Gear one.
Yeah.
This is
ooh.
huge.
No, this body I do not like. It's like the person who made this body makes great mods. I just think they had a day off with this one because if you see the main body itself, oh god, myself now. The main body itself, if you see the height of it versus the height of the windows, it's like the same. So it looks like a really flat body with a really tall roof.
Yeah.
It just sort of it throws me off a bit. No, it's like weird. But
Also, that badge at the rear, that P symbol.
Yeah, P symbol on the back. That's really funny.
Yeah.
creamy.
The
Very
Go back
creamy.
to the headlights.
Headlights?
Yeah, let me look at the headlights.
The headlights are.
Colors.
I've seen variations, but that one's it's not the closest it can be.
It's okay. Just
It's
missed a bit of
okay.
a thicker outline.
Those are from a different Merc.
And also, if grill in the middle, if you put one bumper bar down the center, like vertically, you would be spot on. If you just made it chrome, you'd have the grill much better.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
put the
that's
hood
what you
ornament
mean.
though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, sort of a faked
This
version.
bothered using it.
Yeah.
Chrome on the wheel arches.
That's like the Cadillac Laurels, but
Mhm.
you can make a Merc star.
Yeah.
Go back. I'm sorry. Go back to the taillights.
Taillights? Alright.
Yeah,
tail
let's see.
lights,
Here it
let's
is.
have a look at those.
There you go.
See, a wee bit small, I think. Maybe a wee
Yeah.
bit taller.
They are,
Wrong ones,
they are,
no.
they are okay, but they're a bit shallow.
Yeah.
Also, there isn't that one reverse.
Oh my god, that fuel cap application. Hello.
That's less of a fuel cap.
Very
and more
interesting
of like
location.
A glove box.
The
Straight
rear
into the
end.
trunk.
Tiny
I
ass
don't know.
number.
I don't like. I don't like the taillight joints.
I don't know. It's good. It's good. I read
It's
it
good.
raw. It's nicely done.
It's good.
Hmm.
I mean, that fuel cap placement makes me think. I don't remember what year Toyota Crown my dad had. It had the fuel cap behind the bit that goes between the rear lights. You pull the thing down like a glove box, and then there's the fuel filler cap behind that thing.
In opinion, it's a car.
It's a Merc.
There it is.
It's sorry, not a car. It's a canal. That's probably
This
accurate,
thing
but,
is
you know.
an actual
It's an
boat.
aircraft carrier.
This is capital communism right here.
I can't say the word aircraft carrier. Like ever since I was a kid, I called it an aircraft character. And now I've grown up my whole life, and now every single time I go to say aircraft carrier, I know it's a very common word I often say. Always aircraft character, and everyone laughs at me. It's
No, see,
aircraft character.
I used to say, Epcot at Disney World and other Disney places. I used to pronounce it as apricot. I used to say apricot.
Oh my
So
God.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you mean.
It's my favorite aircraft character of the day, honestly, this one.
Just add the
Narrow
wings.
boat on wheels.
Narrowboat, my friends, that is the word I'm looking for.
SL300.
Another Mercedes.
Is this one a chunky boy or a not?
No, this is
chunky
the gull
boy?
wing. This is the gull wing.
I think I
Well, I wonder what they've
saw
used
that
for
one
this
before.
then.
I think they used.
Probably like
Mercedes,
the
there it is.
specifications for this car, they go engine, body style, doors. It's like the only notable thing about it is the fact it has doors.
Does it
And
have
they-
the
they're
doors?
special because it goes up. Like,
Oh.
doors.
It's
main
a
feature.
the front end shook me a little bit, but it does seem to be
Oh
the
God,
right.
here we go. Oh, it's. I'm not laughing. It's been hit by a bus. It's great. So
It is short.
It definitely
short.
did get hit by a bus.
Well, I'm trying to think what body. Is it the Cobra body? I think it's the
It's,
Cobra
It's
um,
one
body.
of the stock ones. It's one of
Or
the stock
something
ones.
like that. No, the Cobra body's like skinnier. Weird. Huh.
I think that is the Jaguar E-Type body.
It's one of the stock ones.
E-type. It's quite far off an E-type. I don't know what it is. It's just like something. Regardless of what it is, it has vent on the side. It's missing the little bit of trim above the wheel arch, though, which I will put it down for. The front and rear. All it takes is one bumper bar, just stretch it out a bit, and then you chuck it on there, and I think that will be better.
Or the one lip that is the curved one.
The front end is weird. It has the front end of a Unimog for some reason. If you just look at the grill,
the front
like,
end's been hit. I think is what you say. It's been flattened a bit, but hey, that's not the. They didn't try. The grill could be a little bit potentially. It's just that bonnet shape makes it a bit awkward with this body because the lights are supposed to be obviously above. There are lights with a thicker chrome outline that would have been a wee better potentially. The bumper bar down at the bottom, one single fixture for it. I think if they used different bumper bar fixture that landed them together, it would have made the shape a bit more accurate potentially. It seems like a little bit of not lazy, but it's like an easy way out to use the one fixture. That's sort of close. But yeah, I think the bars over the arches, segmenting the bumper bars, and the grills and it's quite nicely done.
Go back to the tail.
Someone said it is Austin 3000 body.
Ah, that probably is it. The
Something
Healy,
British.
Healy thing.
That's
Yeah.
that's a good choice of taillight, but yeah, I think See, the taillights on the 300 SL are weird because they're like the four segmented, but they're in the single line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
They light up.
could you get that closer?
It's pretty good. What are the? Yeah.
I think it's a good choice, but I'm wondering if you could get it closer.
It's just interesting we went with this idea, considering the body's very far off. I mean, does this even have side rear windows like the SL? This body? I don't think it does.
No.
So it's an interesting idea.
Window
I appreciate the ambition, but I think it might have been better to just scrap that idea and go for another car because it's
I agree. Too ambitious.
It's just the body shape's not quite. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a hard one to do.
Yeah.
It's a very complex, very awkward body shape, and does it have a little like fit in the roof? Because the rear of the roof had like little indent things on the SL. And it's the only other detail I can really think of.
I think you could have done better job with the automation old Porsche body there is.
Yeah.
Even then, it's the rear end really restrictive. Then it's not rounded. It's just we just lack the body for it. Really, I think it's ambitious for sure, but I think it just this body's not really cut out for it. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've given my points on it.
I'll points for complexity for sure.
Good try.
I
flawed
agree.
execution.
Points for complexity. Yeah.
Well, we're getting close to the end of replicas, which is good.
Next up, Porsche 365. That is an old one, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken?
This one missing some
there's an
fixtures.
interesting thing about this. There's an interesting thing about this that we should look at. So, the type of rarity that that this person chose was the color.
Color rarity?
This particular color was very rare, apparently.
Wait until I break out my paint and I'll prove that wrong.
Yeah, well, we can change that.
Me and the boys getting our crayon set out. If you blend the blue one with the green one, you get purple. I don't know.
So, my correspondent said that this is missing the front spotlights. So
the person I recommended the Caspita body to says the Caspita looks nothing like an F1. You can definitely do an F1 body with a Caspita. It's like the closest thing you can get.
Yeah.
It's got a flat rear, long slanty front, like the body. I was able to make a McLaren F1 replica with it quite close, and that was with stock automation fixtures even. So you can definitely morph the Caspita to look what you want it to look like.
Okay, so it's green. Sea green.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. I actually see the green rare one coming up in the images here. It's an article about them selling a fake one. Jerry Seinfeld was sued for selling an allegedly fake 1958 Porsche 356. Jerry Seinfeld was sued for selling a fake Porsche, and this is that Porsche.
Oh goodness,
That's
what a legacy.
My favorite piece of lore. It's Seinfeld's Porsche. You're joking me.
That's hilarious. Wow.
You're joking me.
That is some legacy for this
funny.
car right there.
Yeah.
Do you think they did that on purpose? Do you think they knew when making this?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No?
Not
No
a
relation?
That's brilliant lore. I'm trying to find a picture of one with the rear arch covers. I don't see the rear arch covers anywhere. It's interesting.
What is that? Oh.
I see. Is that?
Oh yeah, I see
No,
it.
that's the 356A. Here, I have a picture.
So this one's
I have
missing
this.
some lights
I have
on
a
it.
picture here too.
No, it's missing the front spotlights. So there should be like indicators.
Yeah. I see what you're
there's
talking about.
There's that small arch, but it's not the total
Yes,
overarch.
the whole bottom isn't covered in any of them, as far as I can see. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So
that's
I put the picture of the car in its entirety. You can see the indicators that are missing.
yeah.
I was judging it, so
Oh no, I
I'd say
see
that's
the
a
exact
detail.
one as well.
I'd say that's a good detail.
It's interesting because the real car is so much different. Like the back end comes way farther out.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But
It is sort of because that I think this body here is for the speedster version, which
Oh.
that back end is where maybe that's why it's the convertible.
Yeah.
So the back end is right for the speedster version, but not for this exact one, unless they're trying to make a speedster, which I don't know if they are because what's
see
Big
what you mean.
Seinfeld's one? His was a speedster.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean with the.
But it is a body
taillight.
for this car. That's what this body's based on. So it is
Yeah.
correct in a
Yeah.
sense like that. I feel there's a better fixture they could use for the bumper bar. Looking at the real thing, there is a fixture and automation that looks like that. They've sort of overlaid one over another, and it looks kind of strange, which is an odd choice. But front and back, I think there's a more bar better for it. Is all I'm saying. But
Yeah. So
I
I
will-
found the taillight arrangement that you're talking about, like on that one that I posted earlier, and then there's this one right here.
I see.
But- It's
Still
not
close
bad.
enough.
It's not bad at all.
It is close enough, yeah.
The only
That's
thing is I'll
different.
mark it down in complexity just because the body is sort of pre-made for it. But like accuracy, I'll sort of it's got a lot of accurate bits, but there's a lot of little bits that sort of set it back a little bit. Complexity, I'll put it down just for the body being there, and it's sort of like put taillights, put fixtures, put bumper bars on, then you sort of got the car. So but for presence, it stands out. So I think I'll mark it higher for presence. Honestly, I think it stands out enough as an old Porsche. You can tell what it is.
I'm going to give it a 9 on presence because of the choice of color. I think that's an interesting.
Yeah,
take
do you know
on
what?
rare-
I'll bump it up to an 8.
I think that's an
Oh,
interesting.
not 98.
choice.
Thank you.
98.
That's being
Yikes.
flattened by the Porsche. Thank
Oh
you.
wow.
Sorry, I
think
just need to
that
go to the opticians now. I've seen too
Yeah.
much green.
It's
Say
an
goodbye to
interesting
that.
choice on rarity.
S7.
S7. There's a special body for this as well. So once again, the
Another
nose-
Celine. Ah, there it is, twin turbo.
Celine, Celine S. Now this is an awkward one because I know for a fact there are no headlights for this car because I've
You
tried
gotta make
before
them.
and there's nothing like it. So I'm interested in what they're gonna do for headlights.
Well, we can
And
immediately go over. Oh wow. They
Does
big.
it have the hella taillights? Does
we
it
go.
have the hella taillights?
Oh, it's looking pretty venty. Oh god, yeah, no, okay. The headlights once again, like I sort of expected. Yeah, they're a bit off. It looks like a Mosler.
No,
Well,
I see
yeah.
exactly what you
The
mean.
side's spot on. I really like the
The
vents. Really nicely
headlights,
done.
yeah, the front looks a bit like a Mosler.
That's sort of how I expected with the headlights. There just are no headlights for this car. That's just a
Yeah.
weird shape.
That's a lot of vents.
Mirrors are very close, and the roof is very flat on this body. Unfortunately, it's not really something they can control. Won't mark them down for it. I feel like the roof scoop is more of a vent than a scoop on the real thing. Now that rear end is sort of getting there. They're using the right tail lights.
Yeah, they are using
for those.
But
I like the Celine across the back.
Ooh, it is a good
They even
one.
got them in the right orientation.
Yes. The Pac-Man tail light.
Wow, they can pay attention to detail. Impressive.
there it is.
And there's the Delta A.
I don't like how they've done, admittedly, I don't like how they've done, see the way that the vent behind the bumper bars in order to make the rear vent between the lights. It's just, I think you could probably do that with one big vent, like square, and it would have looked a bit better, honestly. Because like having two different ones separated with the lines over it, it just looks a wee bit, you know. And the wing as well, it sort of sticks out past the side. There is a spoiler you could just sit on the back above the taillights, change the alignment off, and it'll stick out of the body. I probably would have like avoided coming out the sides like that, like because the real car just has a little bit of a small lip sitting on top of the things rather than a big chunky one here. But aside from that, they even have the vents in the rear the sides of the rear window there. I think I can see, and the wheels are pretty much as close as you're gonna get. There's 6 spokes here and there's 7 spokes in real life, and there is no 7 spokes in automation, to my knowledge. So, yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's pretty damn close to what you're gonna get. Nice and shiny wheels.
Very shiny. Chrome.
I can see my reflection in those.
I'm gonna give it a 9 on accuracy. I think
the headlights are the only thing that really sort of sets it back.
That's my 1 point off.
My other point also for the grille between the taillights, just I think I'll give it an 8. And then I have complexity, definitely a very complex shape. I think I'll give it a 9 for that. Definitely spot on.
I'll give it a 10 for complexity.
Well, I think I'll go 8 because it's a difficult car, but the body's already sort of pre-made, but the body's not that good. So I'll sort of give it, I'll bump it down just slightly, just for having the body exactly. But it's still very difficult, so I'll keep it high. As for the what's the last one I forgot? Presents. Presents is definitely very high. I'll probably give it I'll give it a 10 on presents. As it's a Celine. There you go.
Nice.
Even with the headlights gone, you can tell what it is.
I need to put the lights on because here it's getting very dark.
Just don't put the Celine's lights on. You might not
return. You will actually blind everybody. Next one.
So what's this one called? The pies. Alright, got reading literal pies on a live stream. This isn't what I wanted. Oh, it's not a pie. It's a spy. What is this? It's
Spies.
Oh, it's 80s incarnate. What is this?
TC 522.
Oh my lord. So body for it. Fence there. Yep. Front grille.
That's pretty fancy.
This is gonna be Koenigsegg body.
The wheels are as close as there are 3-spoke wheel automation that are like this, though. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I won't mark them down. It's the same shape, same style. The roof shape's probably the closest you're gonna get with the like the Koenigsegg body's very round cockpit, where this is like squared off. So it's always, and if you're gonna change the window shape here, it doesn't have a window pillar because Koenigsegg. You could put bars over the back of the sides of the windows, and you'd be a bit closer. Mirrors fine. What's the rear? I need to get a rear pickup. Okay, the rear taillight. Got it kind of close. I just feel like the number plate bit could be aligned differently. I think that would, so it doesn't sink in quite as far. Would prevent it. Rear end shape with this body is pretty spot on. Good body choice for it. I don't think any other body would have done it better.
Yeah. I don't agree with the taillight choice. I don't like it.
I think the texture a bit off. The shape is correct generally.
Yeah, but
I think
the one I'm looking at is
quite there.
The one I'm looking at has quite a few segments here.
Yes, I'm looking at that too. I see that too. I know. I understand that probably possible in automation at the moment without a custom fix. I can sort of get behind that a little bit, but I'm
not going to take a lot off for that.
At least the shape is there. I'm not going to take much off for it, but the spoiler, I see why there's a lot. I've seen a lot of cars that use that spoiler.
Yeah,
it's a weird one. It sits above the body. It's weird. But I guess this case is probably as reasonable-ish to use. I guess the Koenigsegg back window just does this no justice. But like something can be solved with just putting bars on the sides to make the pillars bigger, or to extend the rear window. But the headlights they're all right. At least you have the 4 little round bulbs visible. That's good, and it's the right-ish shape, which is close enough for
I'll
headlights.
give it an 8.
It is. It
Thing.
looks like a face, like
It does look like a
eyebrows,
face.
mouth here, mustache.
See, in here it looks kind of cocky. In real life, it just looks sad. It just looks really, really fed up.
It's just done.
Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna screen the front of the car with no content and just send a picture of just the front. Here you go. He's had a bad day, man. He's got rings on his headlights. I only woke an hour ago. Me.
What a sad lad there.
Car's me incarnate.
To be honest, I have never
Accuracy.
ever seen this car before.
Yeah. I'd never seen it before or heard of it.
Neither have I.
A very weird one.
But
It's a board.
no, you're right. It is 80s incarnate. That's 80s styling.
Yeah.
80s depressive episode is actually what it actually is here.
I haven't had that.
I could just give little lad eyebrows and he'd be so much happier.
Toyota 2000 GT.
Yes.
Sorry, the more I look at it, the more depressing it becomes.
Depression incarnate, the car.
Oh,
God.
poor
It looks
thing.
like
I
a
feel
fish.
bad for him.
Looks like a fish.
Just put him out of his misery, okay?
Goddamn, Bobby, that's a weird looking fish.
All right. Next one, Toyota 2000 GT, and this is it
This is
for
going to be interesting how to pull this off.
replicas.
Oh,
Oh,
there's George's dead
goodness.
body.
The front end looks like it was squished.
Ah! It's like GT deformation physics.
It's
It
really
looks
funny.
like.
Oh man, it looks like somebody sat on the front of the car and it just got squished.
It's too far out. It's too far.
Oh.
Considering like the real car is like a really
Oh,
short
no.
end.
Yeah.
Can I bring back bullet train analogy, except this time the car is the train.
Oof.
It's interesting. This is the Datsun body. It kind of
like
morphed
the
On the side,
into.
or rather than on the front, because of how long the front is in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wheels are
too
close,
far
the
out.
window. Let's see the back. Let's have a look at the back. I'm gonna pull up
Yeah,
an image. There's an image there.
There you go.
Taillights are pretty close.
Yeah, the front
Front
end.
just
front
the
end
front
is-
end just looks like. Do you know when you a child in PowerPoint doesn't know how to size something up without changing the aspect ratio, so they just pull like the X and Y
Yes.
sliders get stretched. They've
Yes.
taken the side view of the car, pulled it outwards, and went, "There you go," and they finished it, and they handed it in to the teacher, and the teacher's like, "Very good," but the teacher knows realistically like this kid doesn't know how to size things up properly. The aspect ratio of it. I will say the little side light on the side quite far off from the real thing, like pokes out and it's quite long. Where in this car, the wee side light on the rear is a little tiny triangular shaped thing. It's kind of weird.
Mhm.
Nah, I mean,
For
it's not bad, but that
Appreciate
front is
effort.
just so. It's too far out.
Mm.
It's just too far out.
The rear
You need
end
to
is okay.
Pull it in. Yeah, the rear end's fine. You just need to pull that front end in.
If you pull the front end in this car, it looks like a Datsun is the thing.
Yeah.
No body, that it won't keep its roundness. I know why they've extended it, but again, I think they should have just looked at it and, well, maybe my idea didn't work and another car and another body, because
Yeah,
I think it's just too complex. Like, it's
I agree.
very, very ambitious, this one.
No.
I think it's. I agree. It's.
But
too
I don't
ambitious.
think the ambition paid off, and it's because the front lights are in a square as well. They're round. It's like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it's just too far off in this case.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
funny looking one.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
That's gonna be
have
the
to mark
lowest
it low, but
on
it's
presents for me.
it's a car.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, it's a car.
If it'll get you there and back a game, which it probably won't, because it's like from the 60s. But you know, complexity. It's a very complex car, but using the wrong body. I'll give it the middle on presents. I want to give it an 11 for presents because it's beautiful. Is that possible?
I can't agree with that one there, Chief, but alright.
It's beautiful.
We're now
maybe
in fictional.
after you crash it, it'll like the front end might get a bit shorter. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay,
now in fictional.
we actually managed to make it to fictional today. That's a lot of cars
Round of
reviewed.
applause, boys. We've done it.
Well, that's one part. This part is way longer. So
But
get
I
ready.
think we
But
think we
judging
can
might
knock this
not be.
out.
I think we can do a few of them for sure.
Well, I can now drag the spreadsheet onto my other screen, but I won't have to be googling cars, which is nice.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
no more googling of cars. These ones
So
are all
it's for
custom.
originality now rather than accuracy.
Yes.
Oh.
Because accuracy does not matter. Just gotta make something cool. This one, 22 stock car. So these are gonna be all over the place, pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna get a car from the 20 straight to 2025. After from the next car will be a UFO. Might even get a microwave if we're lucky. So anything into this for a fictional vintage race. But I hope to see some actual race cars. This has a livery. I'm happy.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
We're gonna see some actual trains later on.
Massive wheels, massive steelies. This is gonna be more fun to judge. This.
Yes, it is.
These made-up ones are gonna be way fun to judge.
I like that. I like the blue. Ooh.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the front end.
That's very helpful.
The front.
I will say creativity points for blending the two grills together to make the middle section.
And,
But the
like,
headlights.
yeah, the
the
headlights
wheels are
are
pretty
big lads.
The door's very long, which is a interesting design choice, but hey, subjective. Rear end is-
I think the back end is like quite tame compared to the front.
I kind of like the rear. I think it's.
I like the rear
okay.
too. I think
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
like the tip of
compliment.
the grill.
The front
I think the front is creative. It just makes me want to get my head back. So, door a bit too long for my taste, but to swap it up. And wheels too big for me. But good livery, nice design ideas in the rear
I
end.
like the taillights.
I do taillights too. I think
has no
suits the
mirrors,
body shape on the age of the car.
Well, it's a stock car. Why would you need mirrors?
True, never look behind you.
Yeah, you don't have to look behind you.
Don't look anywhere. Just like
Just drive straight.
Turn left.
I'm gonna give it. I mean,
Originality.
that's an Alfa front. That's
How
an
do you
Alfa
how do you
front.
mark originality? I mean, all these are gonna be original.
Yeah.
Like what's more original than something else?
I'm gonna give this an 8.
I think it's more like originality is kind of like
How
uniqueness.
unlike something in life is it?
It's like
But
I
maybe.
guess. An 8, yeah, I'll agree.
I'll give it an 8.
Complexity
I'm gonna
kind
give
of
that a
kind of
9.
simple. I think I'll put
no,
a 5
fair
for the
enough.
middle because the complexity's it's quite simple shape.
It has a
the front is
remarkable
where all the
presence.
complexity points from. Presence, it has a bit of a presence. I'll
The
mark it
color
for-
against the
There.
present.
I mean, most cars don't have much of a presence themselves, so but being a stock car is just like it is what it is.
The front kind of makes me think on Alpina.
It makes me think a time I got stung by a bee and I came out in lumps.
all right, next one. Arrow Hellfire
Arrow.
RT.
Here we go. Hellfire.
I was about to Google it there and then I realized.
Like no,
Hang
this
on,
one's
hold on.
this one's a work of fiction.
Hold
oh
up.
wow, it is a large
work of
lad,
fiction.
and it says General Key on the top of it.
Large
So
lad.
Hold up.
Aston Martin
Wait a
177
minute.
coming back around
Something
again.
right.
I mean, Confederate flag on there. You know, it's from the
Definitely taken
Hasn't-
after the
hasn't-
General Lee.
Up on stream for me yet. I think my stream's on a bit of delay. Might need to refresh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
Okay, I'll refresh this because it lagged me a bit earlier, so it's like it dropped me behind a bit. Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a Confederate flag on it. Okay, we have to be.
yeah. There's
Dukes of Hazzard reference. That's all it is.
yeah. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
no, absolutely.
They like
It's
muscle
like
cars.
a-
They're a big fan of classic movie.
Yeah,
They're not flaming racists in this case.
we gotta hope not.
Yeah. Hey, they have the General Lee number on the side.
Yeah,
Let's see,
no.
okay?
I mean, it says General Key on the top of it, so it's.
Oh, there you go. It's fine. Fine then.
Yeah, it's a very obvious
It
homage.
has,
There you go.
it
Oh,
definitely
they're using Japanese tail lights. I know it's like
they
Mustang
are.
shared them, but
Yeah.
it's from a Celica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
it's.
But it is
it's a
American style
boat.
though, because like even Toyota took it from American styling, so I
Yeah.
guess it kind of
Yeah.
fits.
Mhm.
Ish.
It's a boat.
It's a tank is what it is. absolutely.
It's a charger, base.
Originality though.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna,
it is. It is
I'm gonna
definitely a
mark it down
charger.
a bit for originality because it's like well,
Oh.
it's a muscle car and it's like generally and it is what it is. I think like most muscle car bodies that I see today, I'm gonna have to put originality because they're all gonna sort of look like it's like a Roadrunner.
Yeah, they
kind
all
of
kind of
through.
look the same.
Yeah.
with like charm elements for generally. So I think I'll mark it a wee bit down originality just because it's like every muscle car driver, but complexity is also kind of similar because it's just like grill lights bumper bar. So I think I'll put
Tell you what
complexity
though,
at
it
maybe
has
6.
presence.
Although it is nice. Definitely I like it. It's presence. I'll give it a bit for presence. That's a good score. But for complexity and originality, it's just another muscle car with some scoops on it.
I agree.
All right, Arrow Hellfire.
Sure was a car.
Down in Hellfire.
Now, for the GR, I actually pronounce GR. I hate my G Mark 1. Oh, sorry, Mark I. My pronunciation is so good. Might as well be called that. Achi good.
Hillbilly Factor 1000. There you go.
Yeah, that pretty
Hillbilly
much sums it
Factor.
up now, doesn't it?
Probably
Hey, no,
run-
I come from the south.
Probably,
that's facts.
Probably,
That's facts.
it probably runs on moonshine.
Okay, interesting.
Here we go.
Yeah, taking a while to load in.
Obama 100.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
I
wow.
like this.
Okay.
Pantera
The
body.
front. I want to see the front.
Pantera
What
time,
are
indeed.
the headlights?
What? Oh, sorry, wrong
wanna
way.
see this.
This way.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Without pop-ups, that's how you do the headlights. I really like that.
It's just.
It's all in white.
I really like that.
I like the back actually. The front kind of the headlights are like squares, but like the body shape flexes upwards, so it makes a little empty bits. If you put an indicator above those, you could have like indicator. I know not all race cars have indicators, but like one this age, you probably would have. So maybe you could put indicators above that little spot. That would have filled a little bit of blankness there. Most of the car on the side's quite blank. It's just like a default car without any fixtures on it, apart from stickers.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
it's not too complex, but the rear I do quite like my fan, and I respect the ideas.
Yeah.
And
I
delivery.
do like the little door hinge. You see that hinge on the side?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
I like that. That's nice. That's one little detail.
I do like
The
this.
spoiler works well with the body lines. And the exhaust come out of. I'm a big fan of. I really like the rear. Favorite part of it.
But why the number 86?
Toyota
because
A36.
funny initially reference.
Yeah, funny anime reference.
Complexity. I think I'll go 60, but presence it has a presence to it. Yeah, I'll go 667. I'll do that.
Not bad.
It's somewhat original. It's just using the Pantera complexity. It's not too complex. It's quite simple. Got some nice details on it, and presence I put on 7 because it has the presence of a classic race car, which is what this is. Vintage race, sorry, but same thing.
It's not bad at all. I do like it.
Pretty good.
Toyota Corolla? No, that is not what that was.
What do you mean that was a Morris Arena? Alba Vipera 420 GTS.
That would be this one here.
This is great.
Oh wait.
420 funny number.
420.
Take hints, people. Take hints. I'm pointing at my empty room like there's an audience.
Oh, I do that all the time. That's what you do when you're, like, especially when you're trying to put emphasis into like, reading a script or something. You just point at things. You move on around. You're like, who's watching me? Am I watching an opera? No.
I suppose you're right.
Make me bloody good on stage, but I'm not on stage. Righto, what's this car? It is
a.
It's the old Porsche body, is what it is. I like the wheels, like the headlights, like the grill
I
already.
like the headlights too.
Headlights are a big fan of. Ooh,
I like the little grill.
Quite nice.
Yeah, I think they've done this one some service.
I like the fog lights inlaid in the grill.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I like the there's very nice. Oh, I'm a big fan of how they've done that at the bottom of the. That's like one of the best uses of that roundy bumper bar at the bottom that I've seen.
Yeah.
Not many uses of that. Oh, I'm a big fan of this. This is really good.
I really like this too.
I like the engine hanging out of the glass there as well.
Oh, they even have a clear.
This gets so many points from me. This is
that's well done.
Nice car.
I'm gonna give this a.
How to
word it.
Yeah, how to give numbers. And what
can I say
is
nice
keyboard?
Nice way. Now this gets originality. I'm gonna give it a. It is very Porsche-like. I'll give it a 9 just for being slightly Porsche complexity. It's quite simple, but it's got nice things on it. I'll put it at 7. Presence 10. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It looks
I
like
agree,
it's
10.
it's
Presence
420
10.
after the horsepower.
Okay. And the weed. Cool.
Yeah,
that's
both
two
at the
in
same
one.
time.
Good.
Which do you think
Shit.
came first? Which do you think came
Who
first?
came first, the car or the weed? I don't think that's how the saying goes. Smoke tires, not drugs, kids.
There it is.
That's so true.
Or both.
I really liked that car.
Depends where from. Okay, on to the. Are we heading here?
Yeah, we gotta skip that red one.
Arblist old school. So it's
That
an old
is
school.
this
the
lad
age
over
is.
here. It says 1950, and then it also says
God.
1960, so it's kind of conflicted with itself right now.
It's got an identity crisis.
There. Oh wow. Okay. Woo. Woo.
Oh, it's Porsche again. Oh, Jerry Seinfeld has turned. Oh my God, it's got an escort. Whoa, we got some escort worth wing. Right, we're gonna have to sit down and talk about this for a bit.
Yeah, you know, I think the intakes add a little bit to it.
To be honest, I think the badge sums up my summary of this car. Just
Just
It's like it's just
and then as you zoom out, it's more ahs.
Someone this is low key my station. God damn you. Something I would say. Nah, that's
funny.
an insult.
This was your alt.
Ooh, the wing. Look at the wing at the back.
Yeah, it's an escort Cosworth, man.
Yeah, I know. It's
I like the vent on the wheel covers. I'll give them. That's a nice idea.
it's
The back's
interesting.
kind of plain.
It's not that original.
I've seen a wheel better, like a wheel with like more located back. And that's like it looks like a wheel. It's the color of a wheel, and it's got the thumb of a wheel. It's nice and smooth. It slopes down. It comes into little fins at the back. That's a pretty good wheel. Is it a good car?
That front end. Oh Lord, please. What is that grill?
Oh my God.
It's like
I
when
don't even know what to say to
when,
it. It's like what?
It's like when G-Man.
I'll give it a 9 for originality. Complexity, I'll give it like 6. Presence, I want to give it 10 because it's got a hell of a presence, but I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
It scares
I don't want to see a
children.
wheel. I want to see the car. Presence, I'll give it a 5 in the middle because it's like presence as in wow, that's a bit special.
Wow, my
kind of an
eyes
insult
are no
and not-
longer in my head.
But also a 5 because it's like it's Porsche with escort cars with wing.
For originality, I'm gonna give it a 6, simply because
But it's
the grill is the
original.
only thing.
I
No,
marked
the grill is
1
the
off
only
it because
thing.
because it looks like a Porsche and it has like same headlights as the Porsche. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
No, that is not something you see every day.
Mm-mm.
What, a wheel on wheels? I can't say I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
An escort Cosworth wheel.
Banshee Le Mans.
Oh, I like Le Mans cars. This should be interesting. What age is this one? Oh, it's 1963.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Oh, actually,
Interesting.
okay, we have a bit of a turnaround here. A Datsun body
green.
again.
Oh, Datsun body once again. Let's see. Long
that
front,
front.
but not super
Oh, it's like the gangster font on the front of it. What happened?
Whoa.
Oh my, the grill.
Whoa.
Oh, the headlights make. Oh, I've seen frogs like that. Hang on, it's green as well. So okay, so you have like the frog's headlights, the
It
frog's
is a
eyes,
frog.
the frog's not the frog's head. It's the frog's eyes come off the side of its head. It looks like that. A little bit more going in front of the grill. It is what it
It
is.
looks like it has braces.
Ah, I see what you mean. It's got the
With
headgear.
braces.
Yeah, it's got a
It's
full
got that
headgear on.
headgear.
God, he's just watched parents' divorce.
It's got handles on
He's
it.
not enjoying it.
Okay, let's get to the back. Let's see what that looks like.
He's got a
Okay,
little
that's
look on the face.
not too out of there, but my goodness, that lettering is
British.
interesting.
The back ends, that's okay. If the taillights are slightly less gap between them, maybe. Number on the windows a little bit inaccurate for its age, I would
Over
say.
the top.
I wouldn't say people would put like big funky 3D font on their windows in 1963. It's a bit like modern banger car
Yeah.
type
Yeah,
idea,
no, I
rather
see what
than
you mean.
60s Le Mans. which would have had very simplistic liveries like this. The number once again, nah. And then also if the side was in the circle, maybe more as well. I'd say originality. It's not using any aspects from Datsun, which I can respect. So maybe give it for originality. Complexity, it's somewhat up there. I'll give it a 7. And for presence, I'm gonna mark it down a bit. I don't think it's a particularly pretty looking car. I'm gonna give it a 5 for presence.
It is a bit of a funky
huge fan
one.
of its look. It's a bit.
There's
like
a lot of small
frog.
details on this, so I'm giving it a 9 on complexity.
Yeah, for complexity, I marked it up a wee bit as well. It's quite nice, the details on it.
I do like it. And I'd say it does look like a frog. I'd say that's pretty original.
It would be better with Twingo headlights, someone in chat says.
Yeah, no. See, everything is better with Twingo headlights.
Pimp my right, or you're taking your Datsun to pimp my right, and then they bring back this like frog, and you're like, oh, I love it, thank you. And as soon as you do the camera switch, I'm gonna make you very uncomfortable tonight.
It's oh, so we've managed to get your car. You can't believe what they've done to it. Nope, that's the way it came. Can't
No,
believe
that's
what they've
factory.
done to it. That's factory.
There we go.
Blade Saber LM, edgy name. Will it be an edgy car?
Oh.
Oh, it's using like
Oh?
old
It's very
Corvette prototype
simple.
thing or whatever that is. Very
Corvair.
simple. Okay. Oh, Corvair. Yeah, sorry. Front grill's quite nice actually. I like it. Headlights are. I don't like how the mirrors are red. Benefit from
No.
chrome this car. Too much not chrome on it. Chrome around the headlights, chrome around the grill, chrome around the vents on the side, chrome around the mirrors. For its age, it should be a lot more chromy, I think.
I dare say this is 2 Disco Volante.
The back end on it.
Original Disco Volante.
See the back. Oh, they see. There's nice ideas here. Wish they took it a bit further.
Yeah, it's very red,
agree.
this car.
I
It's
imagine. I think it's
default automation red.
Yeah,
I haven't
it is-
changed it. I have
it
to
is
mark it
quite
down
red.
for. I have to mark it down, but it didn't take like 1 second to hit like a different red color or something.
there's not a lot of small details, but and I dare say it's 2 original Disco Volante.
Mhm.
I don't think it's that original.
It needs something more.
It does. It needs.
Bombs. Exciting experience to drive. You jet below 40 mile an hour and a thing blows you to bits. Set off
Yeah.
once, never again. Complexity. Not very complex. Presence. It's nice enough design, but you say it's just not what's original. So
Yeah.
I'll give it 6 for presence, but one thing I have to mark quite low, just being quite simplistic.
Yeah, somebody pointed out it needs it's like this is still racing, right? We're supposed to be looking at race
it needs
cars.
if once again one single number on the side would make this a big difference for this category. But
Yeah.
some people just can't be bothered to do that. And it's like, well, if you can't be bothered to do it, I'll mark you down for it. Sorry.
No.
But I will say you don't always
how
need
Mafia
a
works.
livery to pull off the look.
Not always. I mean, there was that Ferrari really early on replica,
no,
like
that does
a race
help.
car right
It
now
helps.
without livery.
What do we have?
It helps
next?
your case.
Blade, say goodbye. Next one,
CMD Wasp Daytona. Is this gonna be another muscle car? Yes.
I would suspect.
Has Daytona in the name? Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's
And
good
the
about
Wasp
this is
reminds me of like
Does it have a big wing?
Bumblebee,
Does it
which
have
is
a
like
big wing?
muscle.
Does it have a big wing?
I'm gonna be disappointed if it doesn't. Alright, load it up. Let's see what it
Super
is.
stock special.
trying to find it. There it is. And then,
Number
oh wow,
4 comes
okay.
out.
I
Fighter.
remember seeing this one.
I remember seeing this is by Weirder Juice in
It
our
does-
Discord.
Oh,
have a big
yeah,
wing.
in this one. I like this one, you see.
It's
I've
got an
seen that.
interior. Not something
Yep,
we've seen
yeah.
too much of.
445, I like that.
Oh, it's taken a while for this one to load in.
Yeah, it's very complex, this one.
Got a lot of
Complexity,
stuff
like,
on it.
I have to mark it very
Ooh,
high
I like
already.
that front. I like the front.
Presence has a very presence, give it a 9 as well. Originality, once again, it suffers the muscle car trope, but it is quite an original muscle car. I can't think of anything that's too similar, so I'll mark it higher than I would for other muscle cars. But, once again, I'll mark it a wee bit down just because it's the type NASCAR shape.
Have a look at the interior.
It's
I
just
know this has
the.
good interior.
I mean, it's just the basic interior.
I'll be back in a wee
Kinda
second, lads.
All right.
Kinda makes me think a bit of a Plymouth Belvedere or Roadrunner.
All right, look at the taillights.
Yeah, I'm on them right now. Wasp Daytona V8.
Oh, I do like those taillights.
I think this is a good looking one overall. Like a lot of detail.
I'll give it an 8 for originality. I'm gonna give it. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 10 for complexity. It's pretty complex.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one.
And I'd give it a 9 for presence. It's a race car. That's very clear.
Yeah, for sure.
It says Daytona. It doesn't have the Daytona wing. That's the minus for presence for me.
That's fair. It's a fair cop. But other than that,
next one is going to be something German.
Dakar.
Kreuzung.
Kreuzung.
Yeah. Dakar.
Dakar Kreuzung.
Oh no. Well, at least this gives me a chance to find it. Wait, CMD. That's this one. One of the cars in here is called Model 14, and I'm very worried because eventually we're not going to be able to find one, and it's probably going to be that.
Model 14.
Yeah, it's just the default, like, naming scheme.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here's this one. Very interesting looking one.
Ooh. Would they have pop-ups by 70? That sort of pop-up?
Sorry, I just had to stand up for a second.
But I don't know. I don't remember.
This is a weird one,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Oh, it's got some spikes on it. Just ignore those.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, back to your rally car. Oh.
Oh, yes.
Yellow. Yellow.
Very yellow. This one.
It's a bit too strong for me.
I agree.
Ooh, it's very strange. It's a weird. I might have liked the square lamps, but the half circle ones come. It's an odd choice. Cosworth wing again, not too. That it's just sort of floating there.
I do like that
strange
tail end.
option. I do like the exhaust. Those exhausts are very small, but I like the idea.
Oh yeah, didn't even notice that.
And looks a bit sad.
I don't think they're a bit
More
disappointed
depressed
in
cars
itself.
for us today.
Ukraine as a car.
Mom, come home.
Oh wow.
Honestly, you have a point there, Sir Astromech. That's, you know?
Yeah.
The car is in colors of the Ukraine flag.
It is. This is weird. It's fairly original.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Try Ferrari, yes. It's like rally idea.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
deal. Lots
Give
of
it a
lights on it. Goodness.
I'll give it an a 7.
7. I agree.
It's not a lot of
complexity.
complexity.
It's not really. It's just like fixture of lobbed on. I want this to go here. There you go.
The rear has some complexity, but
I'll give it an 8 for presence because of those colors.
That is almost straight sevens.
I'll do
and
the
then,
same just to things out.
Yeah, 7, 7, 7, and then 8.
There we go. Jared Reaper next.
Dakar. This one, say goodbye. this one's just called Derg.
You know I'll survive the night when I'm not sitting here with an ice cream now.
We've been going for
living-
almost 3
living
hours
real
doing
life.
this.
We're
chill.
coming up on 3 hours.
Yeah, wow.
it doesn't feel like 3 hours.
I
like the wheels.
The Derg.
like the rims too. That's a good choice.
They got that,
Ooh,
like copper, or maybe that's supposed to be gold. Look.
I think
that's
that's
more
gold.
bronze, gold bronze.
Bronze,
sort of.
copper, steampunk.
Brass.
Brass? Yeah, maybe brass.
There you go.
Would you really want brass wheels, though?
I don't know. Those are interesting headlights.
Is that like the same spoiler game?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
The rear end is a bit.
Go back to the rear end.
It's
Real
got
quick.
a dragon on it.
Actually, I do like those rear vents.
It is the Mortal Kombat car.
Again,
Kombat. Yeah,
it's
you know.
it's fair. It looks like a race. I'll give it. It looks like vintage race car. I actually I will say
it needs a number.
A number.
a sponsorship or a number, something
and
like
the
that.
headlights are a bit too modern.
Yeah.
Possibly. I do like the cover, the engine cover up there.
The vent.
Yeah, that sort of, and yeah.
I don't think they intended for the this stuff to be sticking out of the hood, but
maybe.
I mean, it still
Actually,
works.
that kind of adds something.
I do think it adds something. It makes it a little bit more interesting.
I'll give it an 8 for originality.
Yeah, let's back it off. I'm gonna try to get ahead of you guys when you're voting.
7 for complexity and an 8 for presence. I like those rims. That's a good choice of rims.
Yeah, I agree. Works for the color well, complements it.
Yeah, I agree. It's, it's British. Know what I mean?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
It's fairly British with the choices. I like it.
Exiliate.
Some people trying to get creative with the names here.
Axel Jade. Alright, I'm curious about
I'm
this.
just kind of sad no one has submitted anything just called car.
The car.
Ooh.
And for an end on this one. Okay, it's like a muscle car, but not completely.
It's
Whoa.
That kind of
It's got a nose on it.
That makes me think the Hunter. What was the car? The one you start the Burnout Paradise with.
Oh yeah,
it does.
Hunter
has some really
Cavalier.
strange. Yeah, has strange headlights. I don't know
like
what
it. I actually kind of like it.
It's very simplistic on the side.
And it has the same color as the Hunter Cavalier has.
It does.
No, the only thing I can think of is if you extend this and
They've
just
got the
like...
right wheels. They've put torque thrusts on it. They're going for a muscle theme. They've got the right wheels.
It's like a...
This is Squidward as a car.
Squidward car.
And Bob.
Hold on, let me fix it. There we go.
Bob.
Spoing.
There it is. That's back to normal, I
Listen
think.
here, Spong.
Oh, never mind. That's normal.
What does the rear look like?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
let's
sorry.
see the rear.
You just see the
Probably
rear
want to see the
wheels.
back end of it. Pretty plain on the back. It's got a lip.
It still looks
Same
like
headlights as taillights. Same. I'll restart this sentence again. Same headlights as taillights, and it has a door handle for like boot thing underneath the spoiler, which is integrated into the body of the. It looks kind of off a little bit. I'm gonna be honest.
It looks like another Japanese. This is weird. It's like a Japanese and European cooperation.
It's very
to
simple.
make-
Is what I figured out. The whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just like grill with headlights in it, and it's done the same for the tails. Then put circles down there just to fill some space.
Pretty much.
But the side pretty much blank. There's no vent apart from the front arch, which is nice. But and the side exhausts, of course, which are quite small for a big hole, which is an interesting choice. And the fuel cap, of course, on the left-hand side back there is just sort of in a random position. I don't know. It's not, there's some nice ideas in it, but I just like it'd be developed a wee bit more. Like there's a wee bit of trim maybe going along the side, like a wee bit of chrome trim down it evolved so much just by making the side look a little bit less plain.
Yeah.
I think for originality, I'll give it. It's I'll give it an 8. Complexity, I'm gonna have to mark it quite poor. It's not very complex,
Yeah.
but presence, I think I'll give it the same. It's kind of just simple.
Those headlights create a presence for me. It's
It
interesting.
would for me if the taillights weren't the same.
That's
Yeah,
also
true.
that's fair.
That's the only thing that sort of puts off those, I guess. Still nice
That's-
though.
that's
Still a nice
fair.
idea. It's different.
Yeah, I think the one who made the car may have had some inspiration from the Hunter Cavalier from Burnout Paradise.
I'm hearing some Jensen Interceptor.
Okay, this one HMC. It makes me think of
this one's using the
HMS.
Cobra no, they're not.
Ooh.
It's not the Cobra body, but yeah, I've done that twice this stream. I messed up this body. It's the Healy one again.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Wee bit blank below the headlights, but
It has an Euro plate in a 62. European Union.
those mirrors are pointing upwards. I'm just gonna point that out.
You're
I
looking
don't
right
think
up
they're
into the
serving
sky.
too well.
That's pretty funny. In the back end.
Taillights are wee modern looking.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
say,
a,
not
a
I'll
little
say modern,
awkward.
but like not quite 60s. Maybe 80s. Maybe I
Yeah.
don't know.
I agree.
It we
Really
were blank down there.
simplistic.
If you put like cutouts for the exhaust, it would have made it look a bit less blank rather than having them below. But now we just have the big round fat bottom crane.
Yeah.
Relatively simple side. Once again, just a couple of Fs.
Type
And
75.
for a car of this age, it would have a lot more stuff going on, like chrome trim. Maybe like if you had, say, from like the front wheel arch, down to the door, maybe like a big chrome strip coming from the to the door, and maybe it would have like made that 60s chrome appeal. Maybe if it was chrome around the like those vents, see the way they're yellow outside, change those
Yeah.
to chrome. That would look much better, I think.
Yeah.
Because then you're like a
Yeah.
bit fire, you know what I mean? But as it is at the moment, it's pretty
kinda
simplistic.
lackluster.
Yeah, it's a little plain.
It's
I
not
mean-
bad. It's just simple.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
The
the
thing
bonnet,
is
the
that-
bonnet scoop sort of sitting above the body.
Yeah,
know it's
I
like
noticed
the way
that.
that fixture is. It kind of
Yeah.
bothers me, but you know,
It's
Not
a
much.
floating scoop.
I just think there's like a lot of black spots that could be filled up with other things or like other ideas, especially
Yeah.
below the headlight and along the bottom of the rear. But and obviously the sides. But the sides like being listed sort of okay. Just maybe a wee bit of trim would help it out a bit. You know.
I'm going to give it.
That's all I was-
it
Originality, I'm gonna put it on 6 because it's a Healy-esque. And then there's complexity. It's not very complex. Put that on the 6 as well. Presence, it's nice. I'll give it. I'll give it a 7 because the taillights kind of bother me a bit, but the rest of
it's
it's fine.
sort of. This is sort of the amalgamation of a lot of those sort of cars. It's an amalgamation. It's
Yeah,
not.
the front is very Healy to me, so I just sort of knocked the
Yeah.
original on and we.
It's got the sort of Mercedes-Benz vents on the side,
Hmm.
but it could have used a lot more.
Yeah.
It's empty. All right.
Now on to the Janto RPSC, not to be confused with the RSPCC.
HMC.
This is
Delete
either going to
that.
protect your children or kill them. So, you know, one or the other. That's how life goes.
Just take a gamble on that one.
Yeah. I'm
Janto.
curious. Tonto. Tonto.
Gento. Okay, that's good.
I think my car is going to be on the part 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking we get to
We're
the
actually-
end of this section and we do the rest another time.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh yes, no, we're getting into
The front's loaded.
yeah, a couple of fixtures on there.
It's
just to-
using
just a
default
few.
automation lettering. Is interesting. Like the
It's,
lettering.
look at all of that patchwork that's just loading in. Look at all of that.
Yeah, that's reminds me of the car I made
that's all the
today.
livery pieces. That's the
Yeah.
how intense they are very loaded in sometimes.
Mm.
And they
Oh,
do
it's-
not model too
It's a
well.
wee bit rough, though.
It's pretty
all
rough.
there.
Mm.
Around the wheel arches especially, you can see it goes over the chrome and stuff there.
You just
But
kind of have to
we
look at
avoid
it from
crazily.
a distance. Oh wait, no, you can still see it. Never mind.
It's definitely Japanese muscle.
It looks like. I mean, it's using a 90s Japanese body, 70s, 60s muscle car. Sorry. Because this is, I believe, is it the body I'm thinking of? It isn't. I should do it wrong. It's not using a 90s Japanese body. One that's very similar, but it's an older one. It is an actual muscle body. This one, I recognize what it is. It's like the short wheelbase Pontiac GT, I believe is what it is. The really short one. So it's really crushed.
Ooh.
I like the taillights, honestly. They're a bit futuristic. It's a wee bit more 70s, if anything, experimental 70s.
Yeah, it's different
I agree.
for sure.
I think it's definitely prototype-ish.
It fits like experimental muscle car, but maybe if it was 70s, 60s, it would work better. But yeah. That chrome at the bottom's confusing.
Yeah, I thought that was a hole, but it's just a piece of chrome.
I thought it was like the chassis, but it's just
it's just a piece.
Bit of bumper, but that doesn't continue. I'm not sure I like that, but you know, the version of the window, I guess. You know, that's the nice addition.
The creator of this one is in the chat, Subtle Observer, saying that they just winged it. So,
well,
I mean,
it's more just a wing. I'd say it's better than that.
The winged it right here.
You're one of the only people who have made a spoiler I've enjoyed today. I like that spoiler. It fits the body lines really nicely and fits in the boot, and you haven't stretched it across the whole back.
So take that as a compliment.
Congrats, you made a good spoiler.
I'm gonna give it an 8 on originality. It's a Japanese muscle car. You don't see a lot of those.
Shinyodd.
Yes.
You are going to like my spoilers on my car then.
God.
Oh boy.
Is that what I want to hear or not? Complexity for the livery, it's quite complex. It's not it's not perfectly done, but I'll give it complexity. Yeah. Presence.
And
it definitely has a presence because of how flash livery is. I think we'll give it. I'll give it 9. Honestly, I think it helps a lot. Like,
oh jeez.
That's fair.
The Maxim Pirelli rally team. The whole team is entered, not just one car.
Literally,
We're
the team
see, like,
is
an
in the car.
entire service barge of people has entered into this. It's so, you know, get ready.
They put the whole engineering team in the car.
Their heart and souls.
Actually, literally their hearts. Okay,
They had to sacrifice chickens.
We harvested our body organs so we could enter this competition. Don't count me out.
It's high octane blood fuel. Alright. This one,
They
oh
will
my
miss their
goodness.
families, but it's okay. We may win.
Good lord.
Never mind. Never. I'm leaving. Bye,
What happened?
See you later, boys.
It's original.
Oh my goodness. It's unique. I will
It's original.
This one
That's original.
is interesting.
That
That's original.
That front looks like something Shinyodd's Twitch stream would
That is the card that's screaming when the train is coming right at it.
It needs a monocle. Like right here, it just needs a monocle.
No, it does need a monocle.
And then just continue this along.
Can you just add a smiley face to it right now, please? Can you go with the like curved grill and just add it in like the middle? Have this big smiley face, please.
I can do you one better.
Great.
I just want to see the 4 lights
man.
and just this overjoyed. Oh no, you've done worse. You've done this worse than you could have possibly imagined. Just delete the old girl, just leave it like that. Improvement instantly, quite frankly, to be honest.
Oh yes, yes.
Hold on.
It's like Elmo has just gone satanic. Like, please God help him.
What on earth
does
was
the oval
this?
face, but there's like 2 O on either side.
This is
All right,
literally
let's-
just us destroying people's
rear-
cars now.
The rear.
Thanks for the
The
video
rear?
idea. Thanks.
The rear.
Just get people to submit things to I can ruin them. That's a great idea. Thank
No,
you.
that's not a bad idea at all.
Oh, it's a mustache now.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
yes.
There you go.
Yay.
There it
There
is.
you go.
Oh,
That's
hold
Mario
on.
from the Mario. Wow,
Dr.
from-
Robotnik.
No, he has 4 eyes. It makes sense. He has 4 eyes.
True.
Christ almighty. Well, the entire team entered this, and as far as I can see, This is what happens when you mash about 15 people into one, and this is probably the entire rally team's cars mashed into one.
Yeah.
And so you managed to achieve Frog Eye Sprint into a bowl of oatmeal is probably the best way I can describe it. That's the design inspiration for this.
Oh my goodness.
I'm scoring it.
I'm gonna
It
get this
definitely
off of the
has presence.
screen.
I'm actually giving it a 9 on presence.
Hey, chief designer, I did this thing in blue this morning. You won't believe what came out. Just put it on wheels. Okay. Originality, absolutely perfectly original, brilliant.
Absolute originality.
There you go. Presence, 10. There you go.
It's
I
an
did
average
that
score.
just to put the score on 69. I hope you know that.
There you go.
Hey.
It's complexity of 1, but presence of 10.
See, that was complex, but it was complex for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it had a presence for the wrong reasons.
Technically correct. All right, next one.
All right, let's have a return to sanity, please.
Now the Motley Ville.
Yeah.
Sounds like the name of a 6-year-old golf player, and hopefully it's not designed like him, or else we'll have baggy trousers, checked patterns, and talk to you about every boring thing I got up to at the weekend, while you're trying to enjoy your time at the pub.
That is too true. That is too true.
You say this like you have experience with 60-year-old golfer, man. I'm concerned now.
Please do tell.
Please don't.
Okay, fine. I was invested in the lore there for a second.
Invested in the golfer
No,
lore.
that's Boom Lord coming out. I swear.
Okay, this is a flat lad.
Flat.
That's the E-type.
Somebody stepped on this one.
This is the same body.
I used it before in one of my recent cars.
Yeah.
No, this is an interesting.
It has a
one.
mustache.
It does have a mustache.
It definitely
I'll give
does
points
have
for
a
that.
mustache.
Mustaches are great.
Oh, it's like that
They're
car
on me.
in Cars. The same grill.
That car in Cars.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Doc
I know
something?
exactly what one you're on about. Is that like McSteve?
Okay. To the back.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I was gonna look up that car in Cars.
Is it the Hornet?
Yeah,
that the one you're
Hudson.
thinking of?
Hudson. Doc Hudson.
Doc
Oh,
Hudson.
yeah.
Those are interesting taillights.
I
I
actually
like the
those
taillights. Dig
It's
that.
very
I do
unique.
like those.
V12. Very cool. Rear end. Very much like it.
300 horsepower and 55. Scary. You know, there is a point to be made there. That's interesting.
We haven't been considering engines or power yet, so
I'm
probably
gonna
just
give
safely
it
go
You're
with
gonna
that.
notice why there's only 3 in a hypercar.
I'm gonna give it.
Someone's probably done
oh,
an Easter egg for us.
I'm gonna give it an 8 for originality. It's
Originality.
not all that complex, unfortunately, but it still has a decent presence. I give it an 8 on that.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Pretty much. I'll give it the same mark as you. Okay. But next up, the Moitan R16150C. They just know what number they prefer. They put all 5.
They put everything on the back. It's like sometimes it's the displacement.
The C stands for great car. There we go. Wait, there's an R as well. R. So it's the Moitan rating 16,150 competition. There you go. I've made it up for them.
Beautiful.
It's the numbering
No,
is
that's
like,
gotta be.
the
I
numbering
wonder
is
if that's
like
the engine.
Wait, this one Moy something?
Moitan.
Yeah.
Moitan.
the numbering is like the Intel's current.
There it is.
Oh no, there's supposed to be another C. That's the CC.
Oh, CC. Wait, what? It's 16 liters?
16,000 cc.
Wait, no,
It's
no,
like
hold
that-
on.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna have a lot of horsepower.
No, it's 1.6 liters.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 1.6 liter V16. Oh wow, what the? It's a block of cheese.
Oh no. I gotta see this.
Oh my god!
Somebody's done this
Oh
on
my.
purpose. What the heck? Okay, that spike just adds to
Mr.
it.
Blobby is yellow colored.
That's a piece of double cluster.
Oh my! I'm sorry for anyone who has like trypophobia looking at this.
Yes, that's it.
I'm so sorry.
That's a piece of cheese.
It is literally a block of
That's
cheese
a
with white
piece of
walls.
double cluster.
Swiss legend.
Wow. I'll tell you what.
Swiss
I'll tell
rally
you what.
legend.
I'll tell you what.
The
That's an
cheese.
interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting livery for a race car. I'll give it points for that. That's original.
Sponsored by Cheddar.
Cheddar. Wow.
So
Once again, for Cosworth wing.
yeah,
Why?
it's interesting. Again,
Why do people do this?
this Datsun body has been
Why is
Totally
there a
ruined
fishing
today.
rod coming out of the rear window? How to explain this to me?
is that?
that's a spike from the letters from the
Oh
things.
yeah. That's not supposed to be there.
Oh, somebody pointed out
Ah.
SpongeBob. Yeah,
Honestly, I will give it a 10 on originality. That's a good livery.
just slap
We've
some
had
pants on
Squidward
this
car
thing.
today and SpongeBob car.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It
Those
has a
eyeballs.
deep presence.
Gets a 10 for liberty, gets a 10 for presence, and for complexity gets 3.
That thing is beautiful.
That'd be pretty mean.
That is the
Really,
most
it
unique
is
car
pretty
I've seen
simple.
today.
It's like-
There is no way.
It's really simple. Apart from the livery, obviously. The car itself, like, I count livery as more of a presence thing than a complexity thing.
Mm.
I think
like,
I might
it
just.
can it will always be complex, even if it's just a line. So, in
Yeah.
automation, at least.
That's still a good score for the car.
Someone
80
asked, can you
total.
call this riced? I think you can call it cheesed. Ha ha ha
Ooh.
Ha
Pegasus.
ha.
Wow, this car smells. Wow. Comedian. I guess it's GTS.
Okay. Wow, we're seeing this body a lot.
What body?
Surprised, honestly. I don't know why
Ah.
it's so
Yeah.
much even used.
I like this like
Interesting
line
use of
down it here.
warping.
Very
Ooh.
very minimalist taillights.
White walls, white walls.
Yeah.
The chrome trim, big fan of. That's what a lot of the past
This is-
ones have needed. This
that's
car's
quite
actually
nice.
done it. But it is very
Yeah.
Healy-esque, the way they've done it. It's
Yeah.
not so original.
It really reminds me of that Mercedes that got squished earlier.
Front end's actually like on the side. It's actually alright. Once again, it uses like, is that using lazy bumper? Is that like 2 different fixtures for like the bumper bits, or is that?
I think
standard
it,
one?
that's
it
I
is.
suspect that
that's
it's the oh wait. It won't let me
It
click
is just the one piece.
I think it's the one piece.
Yeah,
Hello?
that's like the cop out bumper. I'll get it's like marks for complexity off a tiny that because it's like easy to use that one, like the
Mhm.
bumper bar. If you use
It's a
like
good
multiple
use of it,
ones to
though.
make one shape, it's like it's more impressive. But yeah,
Trying to find
it's
it.
not that it doesn't work. It does.
No, it absolutely does work.
Well, just ignore
Right.
that. Okay.
Yeah, just gonna ignore everything that's going on the stream right now.
All right.
Back end.
I do like it.
Split window, interesting. Bit
Yeah. Double door handles.
I do like that.
of
There is a
Brad
level
Williams,
of detail. There's
I do
attention
like
to
it.
detail.
It's very original. I'd give it a 9 for personality. Just marks off of the slight Healy-esque trim and
Yeah, I'm gonna give it
complexity. It's not super complex, but it's nice. So I'll give it 6 for complexity. But presence, I'm gonna mark it highly in presence. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 for that actually.
I'm gonna give that an 8.
We're actually getting
that's
close.
definitely a good.
I like
It's
it
not
as a
bad at all.
50s style, like British style
Yeah.
sort of sports car. It looks good.
Yeah, that race. Yeah. Somebody take to the track. It's not bad.
Yeah.
PRS Lemon, not a Le Mans car. Interesting. I'm waiting for
I
someone to just submit a
really can't
can
go
car.
wrong
That's
with
right.
long cars.
Delete that. PRS. Le Mans
Be
again.
Our guest. Be our guest. Sorry.
No guests allowed, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to leave, Shinyodd.
Yeah, it's a shame.
No
Well,
guests allowed.
nice knowing you. Nice knowing you.
Goodness.
All right, here we go.
Sorry, boys, if it's any consolation, we're nearly at the end of the list, okay?
Yeah, we're getting to the end of this this stream,
This
which is
streams
good.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do the other ones another time.
Another
But-
Porsche body.
Goodness.
Yeah. Although it doesn't look Porsche from what I'm
It
seeing.
has number.
It
It
has a
does have
7.
number. They
What?
literally took my suggestion and went, yep.
And just slap a
Ooh.
7 on there. It's a race car.
Headlights, I'm not too fussed on. They're...
It looks worried, doesn't it?
It does
Am
look
I
a little
wrong?
bit worried, yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Is that using default wheels? Hang on.
Any
Is that
car
using
that
default-
has this like circular front grille is just automatically a fish in my eyes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Whale,
I think it's
sorry.
using default wheels, isn't it?
Yeah,
Let me see.
it is.
The wheels?
Ooh. They didn't think to change the wheels.
Oh.
Or the color.
Oh yeah.
It's the default automation color and default wheels.
It's not the default automation red.
Is it not? It looks like...
That is not metallic enough.
No, he's right. It's not. It's not.
So it's like...
Huh.
It's a similar red.
It's a glossy one.
Yeah, I can see the... It's interesting how they left the wheels alone though.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Doesn't really work for me.
Actually, there's a good level of detail in this.
I don't like the wing, honestly. The back end's okay. The wing, I think, is just...
A little bit tacked on.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit slapped on.
Mm.
Doesn't work with the body lines. It's very flat
Those
for
are
a smooth
fat
car.
tires. Look at those rear tires.
Yeah, no, the engine is in the back, so it's
I like the little vents on top of the arches.
They
These
even put
ones?
vents on the arches. They appear inside the arches, so you can sometimes see them through. But I think because the arches are so thick on this one, you don't see it.
They're kind of
Yeah.
in the wheel well as
Actually,
well.
no, you can. Yeah, you can. Right? You
Yeah,
can see
no,
them in the
yeah,
wheel
there
well.
it is. Yeah, there it is.
Don't bother about them.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's why I always avoid putting vents on arches.
yeah. Although,
It's okay.
not
It's just very
horrible, yeah,
simple, and it's like I don't like the headlights or the spoiler and stuff, but like as an it does look like a long car, and it's very original.
I mean, it doesn't look
Yeah.
like cheese, so it's already getting some bonus
Alright.
points.
Yeah, good point. Right, 10 across the board, boys.
I'm gonna have to have a stern word with you on that one. All right, I'm gonna give it a no, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Presents. I don't think it has too much about presents. It's just sort of like.
No,
I don't,
it's,
I don't really mark them low in presents really, but I think I'll give this one a 6.
I'll give it
It's
a
sort of
7.
like par.
Hmm.
And plus, only a tiny number on the sides. Like, I know it's the suggestion I was saying, but like even then, it sort of feels like you could have tried to be a tiny bit more.
An
and make it look racy.
afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like you finished the car and realized, oh, it's meant to be a race car, and I put it on. But at least it's there. At least it's there.
hmm
Yeah.
Speedster Modernesque.
Speedster. Pretty generic name. There we go.
Now, how modern-esque?
Modern-ish. Modern, maybe.
Modern-ish?
Oh, wow.
I do modern.
Modern
Uh-oh.
is gonna have like LED headlights, but then have like a manual
Whoa.
starter.
I
Whoa.
don't know about that. It's got a lot of number 5s on it.
Wheel covers.
Hmm.
It's not very modern.
I don't know. This one's a weird one.
Maybe it's modern for 52.
Yeah, okay,
maybe.
true. 52, yeah.
But hold on, no.
It's got 390
It's
horsepower.
using turbofan wheels
Oh,
in 52. I'm sorry, but I don't know about that one. It's using turbofans. Pretty sure those were made in the 80s, the earliest.
Hmm.
yeah, I guess
I
that's
think-
where the
I
modern
think
comes
those
in.
were used in rally
They're
cars.
modern-esque.
Modern, maybe.
Modern-esque. They're just three decades ahead on
I,
that.
I really like how they extended the back end of this car like way out.
Yeah, they
It's
did.
different. It's like a barge now.
Yeah, it's
Look at the size of the rear overhang versus the front overhang, though.
yeah, no,
like-
it's
Yeah.
massive. It is
Cool.
huge at the back.
Are we a must? Or are we like
Hmm.
1950s Germany covering in World War? And like this is like midlife crisis race car.
Midlife crisis.
Well, that's what Porsches are. So is this one.
There you go.
For originality, I don't know.
you could
not
fit
a
some
lot of
jank in
points.
this trunk.
Complexity, it's pretty simple. I'll go 5. And then presence. It has got a little bit of a presence to it. It's like cool, funky, different, but I don't necessarily like it all that much, to be honest, personally. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 7. But I see what you mean.
Moving on to this.
Yeah.
So 5 more cars for this stream. We have the Eagle Python
Eagle
Coupe
Python.
next.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very edgy name. We're gonna see what comes out of this. Probably
Ooh,
lots of great things, I'm sure.
It can only get better from here. Okay,
Well,
it could definitely get worse. It could 100% get worse. So, the Eagle.
We could have the oil crisis little thingy. Although I doubt it. I have not seen any indication of that.
At least the list is getting smaller, so it's easier to find these. There we go.
Let us see.
I mean, we're getting through these cars a lot faster than the other ones, which is good.
Use
Kilowatts.
Hopefully,
using kilowatts in 62.
Oh. Well, if it wasn't, oh wow. Well, this one's not
Very
terrible.
blue.
That's a good thing.
Very blue. Oh, actually do like those headlights. I like that front. Period.
It's like a modern take on old muscle cars, in a way.
I agree.
Kind of Maserati-ish.
Look at the indicators.
Yeah, I just pointed those out.
Yeah. And that is cool. Like
That is
this.
interesting.
Nice lights on the back end too on this one. I'm a big fan of multiplying the lights more and more.
Having the 2 small ones on the outside is very Corvette C2, which is not quite so original, but I think the big third one sort of helps it a bit.
Yeah. I'd say it's very sleek.
The bumper bars are very Corvette C2 as well. There's just sort of spaced out a wee bit more.
Yeah.
Having the lettering across the back spread out in like capital letters, is that really a 60s thing to do? I can't think of any other car of the age that would have done something like that.
It's original.
Yeah.
Sort of, I suppose.
I just don't think many manufacturers would have done it at the time. And again, I'm not a 60s car expert.
Right. It's very sleek.
No rear
And I
window
think
wiper,
there's-
but there is in the front. I'm assuming that's deliberate, essentially.
Exhaust
think
is
there's
side exit.
I don't think that.
Oh, there they are.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's kind of a modern exhaust, but like
That's more 80s.
It's a style. It is kind of a modern-ish style. For like, I think if the year wasn't 62, it'd work. I really like it. It's just like not really very early 60s. The hard stuff.
Yeah.
I really like. It's just not the right year.
But I will say there is a level of complexity to be had in
there is.
in the sleek nature of it. I mean, everything goes together. That's the thing.
It's
And it's hard to do that. Does it have door handles?
I don't think so. I just exited out of
There
it.
is the key. There is the key.
There is a key, but I don't think there's any door handles. Unless they're in the vents here or something.
60s magic pixies open the door for you. There you go.
You just walk up and the door opens. Don't know how that happened.
Oh man, technology. Wow, it really is. This is modern than the modern-esque was. Originally, yeah, I'll give it an 8 on that. Complexity, give it a presence, I'll give it an 8 as well. Like the car.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Could have done with a number or a sponsor of some sort.
Oh wow,
Thornton
okay.
R.
Speaking of numbers in actual race cars, this one looks a little bit more the part.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Ooh,
Ferrari
they just.
Ferrari bought it.
Thornton R.
Colors.
Headlights are very. What's it called? I've forgotten the name of the car. Oh, crap. There's a Le Mans car that's very. It's like I've forgotten the name of some wee two cause. Matra is.
Yes. Yeah.
White headlights. It's the same color, very similar color scheme too. I think probably is quite a bit of inspiration for it.
Yeah, I agree. I like those.
Oh
that's a good choice.
man,
Yeah, this back cut is
I don't know taillights,
nice.
but apart from the taillights, phenomenal rear. Really like how they've just been. I love when Le Mans cars do that. I'm a big fan of that type of style.
That's
Yeah, I
really
like this
well
a lot.
done.
Big
I
fan
like
of that.
Just the taillights are just a wee, just off for me, but aside from that,
if they just put like big circle ones in the corners of the orange, and
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
right here, that
maybe
would have been
then
good.
like circular ones would be more correct.
look at the. Yeah, there you go.
I like the two little lip. There's neither side too.
Yeah, I like
That's
that
very
too.
good. It's very 917 type,
Hmm.
which is the right age. This is interesting. I personally would have just put those on, but okay, it's not that bad.
I really like the look of this.
And quite many cars have had numbers had number 7.
See, for Le Mans cars of like 1970, they were all very smooth. This is a lot of bits and stuff on it, which I don't know, I'm a bit different on. I think that having this many vents a bit too much, but it's not at all.
No,
I
you're
really
right
like
about
it.
the number 7. That's strange.
I'm gonna give it a 9 for originality.
Oh yeah, just like a number on either side. I don't know if they ever did that either. It would be like you pick one side of the top to put the number on.
And
Well,
I'm
for
gonna give this a-
originality, I will give it 8, I think.
Mhm.
Complexity, it's not super complex, but it's really nice. The rear end's really nice, so I'll give it I'll be generous.
Mhm.
Presence, very nice presence to it. We'll give it a 9. It's quite nice, really rounded. It's a couple of too many scoops for me, but you know, not too bad.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
that was a really nice one.
3 more cars. This is the Torcus 911.
I wonder
Oh,
if
boy.
this is a Porsche.
I don't know, guys. Okay. Thankfully, it's right there. Oh, okay, the author of this one's in chat. Uses the same body? Oh,
Oh.
interesting. It's pretty similar, but not a rip-off. You post another version on the Discord, okay.
Ooh.
A game with a million venti things, not the being that at all.
I don't know about the
deep-
front end on this
super
one.
deep dish rims don't really suit this age. Oh, spot
Oh.
some really long light. The exposed intercooler. Is this a car from the 1970s? Or is this like a 1970 car that a kid in 2015 designed? I don't know. It's one or the other.
They
It's
cut
it's
out the
cannons
sides.
too. It's not very 70s to me.
Back end is
They
also
did the
cut.
cutout as well.
Oh my! It's look, if like my age stance nation fanboy people were to modify a P4 Ferrari rather than like an actual P4 Ferrari. I don't know. It's really you're correct to me. It's really nice design as well. It's very complex. It's done. I'll give them that for sure.
Mhm.
I just think it's way to the top for 1970.
I'll give it points for originality.
And cutting out the sides really interesting because you're giving it less center of gravity there because it's like there's weight further down.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
kind of
interesting.
strange.
It's an interesting idea. It's like I don't know. It seems like very counterproductive design. I know that we're not trying to go for the most functional design, but I don't know. It's just an interesting decision. And the air filter coming out, is that an air filter coming out of
Yeah,
the side?
it 100%
Yeah.
is
Oh
a
my
pod
God.
filter sticking out the side of it.
Oh,
This is a Need for Speed version of this car.
It is
Need
like, do you know that bloke on Twitter who does all those rendered cars with stupid modifications, like Kaiser's Steam guy?
Yeah,
It's him, but he's designed like a 60s Le Mans car.
yeah, it seems like it.
I respect hustle, just don't think it suits.
Yeah.
So originality, I'll give it a 7. I will very much give it a 9. But for present, I'm gonna have to mark quite far down for that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's sort of I'll put it a 4.
Yeah, I like the rear end on that one, and it surprised us by not being a 911 clone. So that's a good thing.
That's
Well,
fair.
the tracks are SUV.
Yeah, hold up. Torcus. There it is. Tracks.
Well, no, but no, the problem with that was that I agree. It's not really of the late 60s, early 70s mentality.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm going down too far. We only have 2 left, but
Yes.
it's been 3.5 hours.
Oh my god.
Hey, I said we made up good time. We made good time.
Yeah.
And we're not lethargic
Not quite
zombies.
yet. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of started that way. That's just So there's
That's
one
fair.
car that's called Model 4 Trim Form, and I suspect that if I can't find
Well,
anything,
it's
it's going to be
80.
that one.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a 1980.
Yeah, so
I won't.
Start from the top.
there's also Model 35 Trim 32, so I suspect that
2012. You don't even know.
never know what it
They
is.
might edit the thing.
Tracks.
Can you find those ones,
8X.
Overlord? And maybe we can check and see if I'm
Actually, I have.
Search the name tracks in the submissions channel and see if the .car files.
called something.
That'll give you the name.
Yeah,
I have a man for this. Hold on.
or
You
potentially.
can do it.
Like, I would assume if I can't find it, that is one of those two. And then if we can see what it looks like, then we'll know that that's it. So,
It is just called tracksrs.car.
tracks
So it should
RS.
call the tracks RS. Like, that's the .car file submitted.
Mm-hmm.
It's tracks RS. So it should just build that.
Hmm.
Which is weird.
Well, if I missed it, then we'll do it again on the next one.
Well, I have somebody searching it up.
What's it look like?
Not. Oh, actually, now that you mention it, it might have pictures.
Yeah,
I searched in the submissions. I couldn't see any. There's no pictures of it.
like this one.
I have it
RS.
here.
Do you?
Vintage tracks. No pictures.
Dang, that does not help. Because this one here is the Model 4. Whatever
Yeah,
that is.
that's probably not it.
I don't think that's it.
Okay.
It's 1980, so it wouldn't even fit.
Nah. This is strange.
Well, I guess we can skip that one and move on to the next one.
Alright.
I'll put
Yeah,
that one
let's skip
back
it
in
for now,
automation and make sure that it's in for next time.
So, last one then is Tirelli Mondello 1.
Yes.
Does it have Tirelli sponsors on it? Yes.
It must.
Most definitely, yes.
Doesn't, then this stream ends. Well, it'll end anyway.
I mean, no matter what, it's
Because
gonna
that wasn't
end.
much of a threat.
Yeah.
My ability to see has been compromised by this.
Just lost
Oh,
every
there
car.
it is. There it is.
Found it.
Whew, found it. Alright. This is the actual one of this one. And yeah, absolutely, it has Tyrelli right on the side of it.
And it's this body
There you
again.
go.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of these. But we are getting out of
well,
the
to be fair,
vintage
I
stuff.
mean,
Wheelbase
that's-
one.
I'm gonna put a, oh wait, I can't. Hold on a minute.
Simplistic fixtures.
There we
Same
go.
grills all the rest of them have had. Really.
There's
Here.
that same bumper piece.
Yeah,
And
it's been used quite a few times.
headlight in the same place, of course, still round. Very high up, very high.
Very, very tall
There
right
we go.
height.
So two sides.
That is
Is
shockingly high.
Is there sides also only on one side, or have they mirrored it? Check the other side.
No, they
Yeah.
they actually place them.
Okay. Well, that's not as bad. That's fine.
And the back end, very simple. Yeah.
Yeah. 4 exhausts on like old 50s car with like
I'm gonna
same
have to
headlights
take
as all the
one
rest of
off
them.
for
It's kind of like
originality.
It's.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
have to
this
take-
body at this point is like.
Yeah,
no
we have
originality
seen this
points.
one a few times. So
Yeah.
hard to
Yeah.
hard to score.
Yeah.
And what's the complexity? It's not very complex. I'm gonna have to mark it relatively low. It's just like stuff in places. Presents. It's just another one, so I'll put a 5.
Yeah.
It's just a more simple version of things we've already seen, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I think this suffers from the fact that it's come after so many similar to it.
It's not entirely the ones were nice, but like even then, I think this one's still a little bit more simplistic than they all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
also the like end of the stream too, so
Yeah.
we're
So,
kind of tired.
We're
No doubt
alive,
about
boys.
that.
We made it to the end.
We did.
Oh, hang on.
What?
As I'm having somebody check the.
I am
See.
checking. I am checking the body too.
Yeah, check the Trax RS. See if they can find it.
I did find it, and I am just having it imported into automation. I am just loading it up.
Okay.
Did you find it? So what's it named?
Am I just
We're gonna have an answer
completely...
soon.
Model 4 Trim 4.
Okay, so it
So
is
that was
Model 4
it.
Trim 4. Should we just do this one? Should we pound it out last one?
Yes, it is it.
Okay.
Well,
Ah,
here's
okay.
the thing, is that it's built in 1980.
I don't think this body goes any older than that.
I dare say it. I think we have to DQ it.
DQ?
Yeah, like,
I mean-
all the other ones have been under 970 in the 40 years.
Maybe
Yeah,
just
well,
take off
except
points
for,
for...
except for that Tyrelli.
It is 75.
The time I've only like a 50 car though, I think they just forgot to edit it.
Hmm.
Then here I can't
mean-
actually go down.
Some of the cars we've been doing are 2012 in the...
Well,
Yeah.
that's probably because they forgot to actually add it in.
But
But
this
was
one I
added
don't
in.
think physically can be like because it's British stereo, which is an 80 car.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
but
75 is the
we
lowest this
do it.
goes, 75 or 80.
yeah,
Oh.
75.
Rip.
So
So
they
Well, way to end on a
it's,
good
it's,
note.
it's not the most exciting regardless. It's the car.
It is indeed. I'm glad to get it off
has
the
headlights,
list.
tail lights. There you go. Good.
It's got wheels. Okay, I think we're good.
Yep, I think
yeah,
that covers
we
it
just check
quite
it
nicely.
off
Check
Do
it
we
off the
just check
list.
it off-
Just give it all zeros or something,
That's probably a good idea.
or just ones.
Here,
There we
I'll
go.
give it zeros.
Just
doing
rated it. Oh, the present's just called the fort. To rate it as
thing.
Fortnite.
It is the fort. Well,
All right,
that was a pretty good stream.
finished.
We're alive.
This
We made
one.
it.
My eyes are gone after looking at that cheese car, and I think everybody else can definitely gonna want to take a break after that one.
Can have PTSD from Aston Martin 1.7, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks for everybody
Still got a ton more to
watching.
go though.
Oh, geez,
But-
yeah, we
Yeah, more to
do.
go.
We've knocked through, I'd say, about half.
Oh
Oh my
man,
We've
god,
not
there's
through
so
about half of them.
many.
yeah, I know.
Oh my god, we literally only have done like we've gone like less than half.
I think it'll be a
Oh.
bit faster now that things move forward.
Yeah, it'll be faster.
A little bit
Perhaps with
quicker.
the replica stuff, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
well.
So yeah, thank you to
Alright.
everybody watching. Thank you for joining us, Shinyodd, and also
Alright.
Overlord and Destraga.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Appreciate it.
We'll look forward to seeing all of you once again Friday.
Look forward to spending a lot of time reading the rest of these great vehicle automobiles.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
very
we
nice
appreciate
about
your
them.
time with this one.
Yeah. So Friday, I think we're gonna be picking this up.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Seems like it at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get this VOD out on YouTube, but it's gonna take 15 years to upload, so
Yeah.
get ready.
So all right. So Friday.
Something
Farewell,
like
everybody.
that. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
watching.
Hey, bye.
Bye.
See ya.